What?
Do we hit Craig hit?
Hmm?
Presence, yeah. You said if everyone was ready, and then suddenly you were like silent.
Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I got silent because I was getting everything set up.
That makes sense.
You know how I get. Alright, yeah, I'm ready. Y'all ready? Let's get this shit going.
Yeah, she might join around 10ish.
Alright, works for... I don't know what that is, but it works for me.
Sorry, in like 2 hours. It's 8 here now.
Alright, we are rolling. So, what happened last week?
We did some stuff. I transformed into a werewolf. Got magically chained up, and then stuff got pulled out of me. We called about a day. We then went on a boat and were sailing for a while. Got attacked by a bunch of sea creatures. Killed most of them. 2 got away. And some people learned how to hit things.
Yep, that sounds accurate.
Yep, that sounds about right.
Yeah, what had happened is your lycanthropy. The basics of what I did was you got another chance to roll it when they were removing the curse. You failed that with like a 5, even with advantage.
Yep, 5.
So I was like, oh, that's gotta be fun. But the wizard still rolled pretty damn good on his roll. So it's like, you know, if all 3 failed, then it would have happened. But hey, you have turned into a werewolf, and then you had to go buy new clothes. And then you guys got on board the boat, and you were heading to Mitrium, which is one of the elven cities of Athana. You guys got onto the boat. There was a little bit of an ambush. You guys fought off a bunch of fish people and one big eel-like creature. Most of the bodies flopped into the water and thus kind of floated away or were gone with the current. So there's only really 4 bodies left in your vision.
But the big
I think that covers everything.
Oh, and there was a coward that I have to deal with, but yeah.
Yeah, when an elf got downed because they took on one of the brawlers by themselves and they got themselves plastered, and then you healed, and he was like, "Yeah, I'm not gonna try to die." So he kind of failed morale and just kind of hunkered down and tried to keep himself safe.
Be fair, makes kind of sense.
Wish I could do that. So fighting 4 things.
All the other crewmates were facing something 3 times the size. One of them got downed and got back up, but this coward ran away. He didn't just jump in with his friends. He didn't stay at a distance and shoot. He shat his pants and hid in the corner.
That sounds about right to me. So, we concluded at the end where the creature just slithered off the deck, the slicer as they called it, and he went into the water and combat just finished. Elusive is blowing wind into the sails. He's trying to get the hell out of there as fast as possible, but though it gives a boost, it's nothing that these creatures can't swim up towards. So, but you are getting away from the location. So we'll start off there. What is everyone doing?
Gift is gonna be doing laps, keeping an eye out in case they come back.
After some time of no considerable danger, Revos perches once again by the rails and begins fishing.
Awesome. What is Zerthus and Lysander up to?
Is this a bench?
Yeah, they actually do have some cozy benches
I am
with pillows.
sitting on the bench and going back to reading my spell book.
Hmm.
I will actually sit next to Zerthus and see if I can like. Here we go. I can maybe look with it. I'm interested in the whole magic stuff. I mean, the only way I know magic is through my goddess. So, and I'm keen to learn. And Adriana would definitely take a nap on that
Yes.
futon.
So is Copper just bigger than Gift is? Or is Copper's token slightly larger than that's supposed to?
The token's just slightly larger. It's hard to get the same scale.
Okay, I was about to be like, man, Copper's really big at this point. He gets bigger
Let
later.
me. There, now they're the same size.
Can't wait until Copper's a large creature.
Medium.
The higher level he can become a large creature.
Okay. Save that all up. So now copper is properly sized.
Alright.
So, Lysander Zerthis, you're sitting down. Lysander wants to know about magic.
What do you want to know about magic? So you can cast spells on your own.
I'm just very interested in how you do it without consulting and using your goddess or god.
I want to say practice, but I don't think that's the answer you're looking for.
No, it's not.
Um,
Does it come natural, or how does it feel when it goes through your body?
I don't.
Was that a weird question? You seem
Kind
to
of.
laugh.
But,
Every time I use my magic, I feel the goddess flow through me.
my people are in tune with magic more than others of my kind. And when I was younger, I started working under a master who taught me it sort of feels like reaching out into the world and shaping what's around you. I can't put an exact feeling on it. But if I had to, I'd say I feel sort of safer when I'm casting magic than when I'm not.
Very interesting. Do you need these spells written down?
No?
You seem to always have that book with you, however.
The book holds spells that I know, so that way I have a wide repertoire of things I can do. Without the book, what I can do is very limited.
So for some spells you need the book.
Yes, for some spells I do need the book, for others I do not.
Interesting. And does the book cause you to cast magic, or is it just like a footnote, a reminder?
It's more of a reminder of how to do certain spells and what's required for others.
I'm very interested because for none of my spells I need any reminders or anything like that. However, my goddess seems to maybe take care of that part.
I think she would. So you get your magic from your goddess, which allows you to be able to cast spells when you need
Yes,
to.
I
My-
borrow it.
My magic is sort of taught from one person to the next, not sort of having a higher being guide us along the way. I think that's where I separate from
It
the
seems like you are limited in whatever other people may know then.
I might be, but I haven't gotten to a point where I seem to be limited.
I see. I am only limited by the amount my body can handle of what my goddess can give. By training, gaining experience, I grow and can handle more of her magic, and therefore can cast more. Does this work the same way?
A little bit. With more experience, I am able to cast greater spells than I currently can. But in the end, it purely depends on what I'm able to find and do while we're out adventuring to what I'm able to cast.
Think I understand. Thank you for this enlightenment. May
No
I
problem.
look in on your spells, just to get a feeling for it?
Sure. You can watch over my shoulder.
Thank you. I will do so.
Just an FYI out of character, you can't read any of this.
Oh, I understand. I just want to see.
Alright.
What is your spell book, Xerthus?
So I have that one that we took from the wizard. Wasn't explained exactly how that one looks. But mine is a wrapped leather tome that has scorch marks over it at this point, and written inside is hastily drawn sketches and chicken scratch for wording.
All right. As I continue our conversation, Sildor, Revos, you're still fishing, right?
Oh yeah, buddy.
Yeah, get it. Sildor, what are you doing? Button down the hatches, tying up the masts, doing all that sailory stuff. If you're muted, you might be. I can't hear you. Or he's just away.
Could be away. Oh, a funny side note, my guild started playing Final Fantasy after we left WoW because of all the bullshit happening, and there is a legit, like, actual raid for people who are just fishermen. It's amazing.
Yes. Final Fantasy has been a lot of fun.
Oh, there's your answer, Fishbulb.
Oh, is he back?
I had something come up on my end. I'm back.
Yeah, no worries.
All the worries.
Yeah, I worry so damn much. Alright, with Xerthus and Lysander finishing up, you guys are still headed into Mitrium, and you will actually sail in there pretty soon.
Damn, jeez.
The what?
In Discord. That poor life.
Oh, yeah. I know, right?
The video
That's
where-
Sherrod. Like, what the hell?
we lost to Hades now.
Yeah, I think he's fixing his
I
mic.
had something I wanted to do, but
Yeah.
I lost all enthusiasm for it. So
Oh no.
I was going to actually, like, literally read the riot act to the coward, but I lost all enthusiasm.
Well, if nothing else seems to happen, you guys will eventually make your way to Mitrium. I don't exactly have a proper, like, local map made up of it, but that shouldn't discourage you guys too much. Since I have the general kind of layout, as you'll see in the bottom left as you guys pull up to the port. Let me,
Where are we?
Literally, you'd be right at the bottom.
Oh, no, sorry. I just meant our icons.
You could drag yourselves out, but I'm not sure what the grid size is here, so... Yeah, the grid is not
This is just now
accurate.
bigger than bigger than a boat.
That was
Let me put you at 2/3.
Maybe just do a party thing then, or something.
Yeah, I can put you at 2/3. Your familiars, unless you are sending them elsewhere, are considered to be with you. And you might want to turn off your aura.
Yeah,
I
I
was
literally
amazing
just
aura.
dragged it. Yes,
yeah,
Protect the whole city.
man.
I think that might be because I saved it like that. Because I wanted to just get the name Lysander and not Lysander Altitude for the token. Because
Yeah.
when it's like stacking on other people's,
Mm,
it's... Let me update it.
thing is that I can't remove my last name on the token without completely removing it from my character sheet.
I removed the last name on your token.
Yeah, great.
All right. You guys set up. Let me just get out what I wrote. With the scoreboards defeated, Captain Elusive, eventually, as you guys are kind of sailing closer, he gets one of his first mates to take the helm of the ship. And he walks up and he just says, I can't thank you enough. Usually we face maybe a small raiding party, but slicers have been known to take down entire ships. So I am grateful that we actually had a chance to have at least, he looks to Sildor, at least Sildor with us, including the rest of you. You saved my men and the ship. I'm not sure how I can repay you.
Money's always nice.
Money is nice. Is that what you're asking, Sir Zerthis?
Well,
I don't.
I'm just. You said you didn't have any ideas, so I'm just giving ideas. The other group can, or parts of the group can put ideas in too.
Rather than putting in a monetary value, how do you think about? I don't know how much sway you have, but do you have anyone that you know that travels west along the river that we could board with? Maybe
Heading
at a
west.
reduced cost.
Mitrium is the furthest west most will go. We don't sail into the barbarians' lands.
I understand, which is exactly why I'm asking.
You're looking for a sailor up the rivers. You might not get any further than Phasma Falls.
Anywhere further than here is already further. Yeah. I mean, we are going to be on a river.
Pasmere. Sorry, Pasmere Falls.
Let me open up the map again.
The sweeter the better. Just make sure you have a talk with the.
I would
just make sure you have a talk
recommend,
with the coward. Right? It's not good for him.
We will dictate what the deckhand has afterwards. Most of mine, at least the company who ships between Mitrium and the south, tends to have good sailors, but you always get the odd one in. I'll be speaking with. We might leave him landside here. He can join some other ship.
And what is the most west you said people will travel?
Mitrium. Mitrium and Catham. We'll stay within
okay.
Cobalt Reservoir.
So there's no party going, or no ship, as far as you know, going on the heaving stream.
Not
or even the Pasma
necessarily. No, not that I know. You might want to speak with the dockmaster here. It's one of the reasons I need to talk to him anyway. Running a tad late on the shipment.
Then allow me to join you. Silder, do you want
Of
to
course,
tag
I'll
along?
talk to the dockmaster. Let's get this shipment going while we're at it. I'm sure the mule could be handy.
Well, I thank you anyway, and what I see you did to the Slicer, at least a return trip, and many more weeks before that thing surfaces. He dealt it a mighty blow. I don't think you would want to mess with any ship after you guys.
Yeah, but
I'm glad to hear it.
He kind of smiles and, shakes your hands before, the ship continues as you guys slowly pull into the docks. Uh, while Ithana might be the capital of Athana, because elf nations like to be called after their capitals. It's just the naming convention that they usually have. Mitrium is the population center. Twisting, winding passages, narrow alleyways, all open to large roads where markets are set up and wagons roll through. The lower city is paled in comparison to the upper castle. Standing on two layers of walls, it overlooks the city and the river in almost an awe-inspiring cathedral-like stature. Though the Gothic sort of style that is emanating brings forth this power and respect, but it almost seems otherworldly as white marble coats majority of the structure. So, think Gothic but with white instead. You know. And its pale red roof is adorned with both gold and silver, which you can see reflect in the sun above the rest of the city. And it almost looks pristine and clean, where the rest of the city is dirty. Their roofs, a little bit less polished or cleaned. Even the city streets are kind of mucky and grimy. At least if you go to the lower Warrens versus the more posh side of the city.
Massive. How do I change?
You apparently it didn't snap you to the grid. That's fun. Oh, let me just. Yeah, I realized how I did this before. There we go.
Wasn't there a way to
And it doesn't want to size it properly.
change the size of this, or is that a DM side thing?
It's only on my side. Oh, I see. Okay. When I turned the grid off, it turned it off completely.
Oh,
So
that's always
now,
nice.
there we go.
I was like, oh, let me just pop myself on here. Jeez.
Unless if finally brings a ship to the port at the base of the walls there. About 2 or so dozen ships are loading and unloading, deckhands moving about aboard and into the hull of your own ship to start pulling out various barrels and crates. Little Timmy goes out and kind of clings to Adriana, and as these men start to work. Most seem to be Drew elves, the city elves. Calloused hands, scars, and bruises mark many of them from their cramped city life. Others were human, and some were even dwarven. The port was as busy as deckhands across the entire bay, just made short work of loading and unloading ships, shouting orders, talking loudly, discussing various things. Sailors and ship hands alike made their way portside, while the dockmasters, including Elusive, and captains discussed details, expenses, taxes. Eventually, Elusive guides you towards one desk where a large elf sat towering over a ledger, and 2 city dwarfs stood guard nearby, lightly armored but with a strange hand crossbow each, where the bolts were placed almost in these wooden clips above where they are cocked and loaded. Repeating crossbows. And the tall elf speaks. Elusive, you brung the goods a bit late. You were supposed to be here the day before. He kind of slowly stands up, leaning over the table, and tall is not just an accurate description, as he loomed over everything, standing almost at the same height as Revos. He made contact with this almost titanic gaze before he went back to Elusive as Elusive started to stammer. I thought I was slow on the load and the goods couldn't get the ship loaded in time. And he kind of turned away. He's like, well, then we were attacked by Scorvers. These men, however, saved the ship and the cargo. And he kind of looks to Sildor. Like, this is the dockmaster. And the Dockmaster kind of puts a hand
I,
out.
I put my hand out. Sildar Ignis. Hello, Dockmaster.
Nice to meet
Yes.
you. Call me Ball.
Paul. Yes, on our way up here, there was a splicer and a whole lot of the little bastards.
Oh, a slicer. All right, I believe you. Anyway, he sits back down and kind of kicking his feet back up and says, "They've been badgering me for the shipment about the week. Only so far before they start haggling their prices down. But now that I got it, I'm happy. We'll ship your crew off in the morning back to Athana. Got my crew working the night for you. And is there anything these men are on your ship, or are they travelers? Look like travelers. Oh, most look like travelers."
Is he talking to the party? It sounds like he's talking to the
Talking
captain.
about us?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He is both talking to the captain and you guys, but I don't want to sit here,
Guys,
casturbating.
We're traveling.
Yeah, you do.
Just decided to hitch a ride, and it's a good thing we did with that attack that happened.
At least the fates find the good safe passage of my cargo. So, welcome to Mitrium. Obey the law, don't get under Rotin's thumb, and don't stick your head where it doesn't belong, and you'll survive in the city.
1 and 2 are pretty easy. 1 and 3 are easy. Who's 2? Don't get under who?
The transmutationist, high transmutationist Rotin. He lives in the castle.
And why, pray tell, would we not get under his thumb?
Let's just take the advice.
He is the residing lord.
Ah,
I imagine you come from Athana, and you've spoken to the High Evoker there.
depends on how far back you would like to go, but yes, we did.
Well, he is a nicer fellow. The Roten's a bit odd.
Wait, is Mitrium part of Ithana? Yeah, right?
They are.
Transmuters have
Okay.
a tendency to be odd.
Just wanted to make sure if our magic licenses worked in the
It's
town.
for Arthana, the Arthana, not Arthana, the Arthana.
Yeah.
Isn't that nice and confusing? I love elves.
Very.
You know, Glockmire. Everything is Clorzo.
Bumbleberries taste like bumbleberry.
We were gonna grab some things in the
Nice.
city and then see if there's any sailors with a big enough pair to take us west a bit.
Unless you pay them, probably not.
Well, imagine there'd be some kind of fee to it, but that's if there's anyone with the stones to do it in the first place.
There's, I'll put it to you bluntly, Sildor. There's not many reason to head towards Skorara. Just no reason to interact with the barbarians outside the cities. South is where the money is made. To the dwarves, to the coasts, to the rest of the elven empires. Heading west is adventurous at best.
Be right back 2 seconds.
My Santa runs out.
Mhm.
Okay.
Yeah.
We're on a mission to find the smelly one's kid, and unfortunately the dumbass went west. So
And my suggestion is you take a walk. I don't know of any shipmasters or captains that would be looking to head that way.
Fair enough.
But hey, you might be able to find it. I'm just being straight with you.
That's the only way to be. I appreciate the candor.
Not everyone is candid. If that's all, I still have ledgers to write and ships to dock. Elusive, we'll have you ready to go in the morning. And he kind of nods and pays his shipping fees and gets paid for a shipment. You can see gold being exchanged back and forth before he's, he nods and turns away.
Nearest tavern on our way out the door, if you don't mind.
Oh, you can find dozens of taverns in this city.
Nice.
There's not going to
Sorry.
be one in every tavern, okay?
Stay out of the Warrens is all I say. The closer to buildings, any dark alleyways, I would not recommend going down unless you want to find the guilds.
What guild?
The guilds is what they call themselves. A collection of orphans and troublemakers.
Why do they cause trouble? Do they lack food?
They steal. They take bread. They'll take pockets. Your wallet, your coin purses.
Sounds like they lack food and love of the tribe.
Yes,
Sorry.
but it's not easy to. Just don't worry about them. Stay away from them. Keep an eye on your coin purse when you see kids nearby.
We won't bother you anymore. We appreciate your time.
Yep. I got to find out what to do with this deckhand. Good day. You can you'll find me about. There's a Sailor's Warp is just north of the gate, and that's usually the tavern most sailors go.
Sounds like our first stop.
Then let's head there first. Thank you for your assistance.
Of course.
Is there anything you would require of us at this point?
I'm already out the door because I said thank you.
Leave now, faster. On delay.
Alright, then let's head out and go to the tavern!
Oh yeah, this is when the game really picks up.
I know, right?
Oh,
Taverns where you usually
yeah.
go to find out where all the item shops are. You know, it's just we happen to have this booze crawl you're going on. So a gate. Yeah, the dock is very separated. What the hell is between us and the rest of the world here?
What you see right now, and I will just freehand it. This is the palace where the transmutationist is. This is more like the comings and goings. You can see like almost caravans will station themselves around here and be checked in and out of the city. That way they don't have to worry about being out here.
Okay.
Though there are camps outside. And then they go through,
Avoid the transmuter.
and they'll,
Where is he? Right there. Oh, nice.
Yeah. And then there's that one main road that travels through Mitrium and goes to Catham and to the
How close
west.
is Catham? Like,
Literally right outside the same city. They almost are like sister cities. But Catham is a little bit more, as you can see, guarded.
One is blue and one is not blue.
well, it's just we
Yes.
were on the big map, so I was like, okay, like it's probably like 50 miles away. Like, nah, there's like a house touching between the two of them.
Just to give you scale, like uh, this obviously is about the size of the castle, but like you do have dense war uptown and then warrens are
I
like the
got you.
outside.
Uptown girl.
But it's a lot more dense than it looks like on the map. There's way more housing. Like if you were to stand atop the tower in the distance, you might see Catham, but between you and there is just the city.
Yeah, but that's. No, I get it. And I get the scale. Yeah, I've been to New York City. I know how it works.
Okay, basically, but it's Elven, so it's okay,
I still
right?
hate the city.
I am Elfist.
I hate everyone equally.
I'm going. We're continuing past the castle into the city.
No. After you guys kind of reach one of the gates, they do ask for travel papers, which you present, and they just let you in. It seems like they're more worried about keeping riffraff out of the city, or out of the area as best they can. But as you guys are kind of passing, yeah, there's two guards on one side, but there's about like 6 or 7 keeping people out of the out of the proper castle. Making sure people don't sneak in or try to pass through the area without travel papers.
Makes sense.
But you make your way in, and this is called North Mastiff Avenue. It's a small residential district, hidden alleyways, and a decent row of houses on the main street, and it is outlined with low stone walls. The inn, however, as you can kind of see, towering about 2 stories, is a half-timbered building with a small walled yard and a garden, tiled mosaic floor, and accommodations about several small rooms with bed and woolen mattresses. Above the door, you can definitely see it does say ship ward.
Alright, let's go.
I do not have a map for it because I was a little bit busier this weekend. But you guys do enter to see a small or a tall male human who seems to be running it, as well as a retinue of people just kind of making their way. Some of the sailors you recognize from the ships, others just seem to have come on, and they are busy. Even though it's only midday, they are busy. What do you want to do?
Well, I think they want to look at the drink menu, but
Yep.
Yeah, of course.
As you guys walk up to the bar, one of the bartenders greets you. As you can kind of see, it might be the innkeeper. He goes, my name's Mortar. What can I get for you?
What do you have?
Gin, stout, rum, mead, ale. What you need? What's your fancy?
Any special brews, perhaps?
We have more
Acquired taste.
affluent tastes. Any special spirits you have lying around? Maybe in the back or something like that. I slide over maybe 5 gold.
He kind of looks at the gold. Oh, mighty tip you got there, tall fellow. What be your name?
Revos of the Revos. Yeah, Revos. Revos is my name. Fishing and drinking is my game.
Okay, I won't ask too many questions. Look, if you're looking for special brews, I don't got much myself. We're here to feed and pay sailors, get them on board and get them off. And call us paid babysitters. Don't got nothing that costs more than a couple of silver. Not worth keeping it around.
Well, Let me put it this way: I'll buy a round of gin for myself and my buddy here.
All right. He slides you over a glass bottle that is corked, and it says 4 silver.
All right. I slide over an additional 4 silver.
Much appreciated. What y'all in here for? Don't look like the sailor type? Well, most don't look the sailor type.
He looks at Zelda probably.
Yeah.
We just arrived. We were passengers on the ship.
I am a sailor, so Lord, I'll take a bottle of rum, thank you.
Sure thing. 10 copper.
Take a gin as well.
All right. You have the whole bottle.
Yeah, well, then I take the bottle.
Okay. It's 4 silver for you, 10 for the mead. Or what you call it. This, yeah. Well, I'm not sure what y'all are here for. I'm not sure where I can point you in. But feel free to stay. I got myself some stewed duck, got boiled eggs, braised salmon, and could cook you up anything of the sort.
Things I was gonna ask, like, stuff I want to look for in the city, but for the life of me, I can't remember what I wanted to find. That's me, out of game. Like, I can't remember what I wanted to look for when I was here before we went off.
If you're looking for any place to stay, one gold for the 4 of you, and I can get you a week here.
I mean, so Katham is pretty damn close, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we can just like travel around, see some things. So
it's a half day's travel. Like it is an actual hike through a city to get to it.
Right. We can definitely take him up on his offer. So we have just a standard place to go to sleep if necessary.
Maybe this will help remind me. What's in the 2 cities have different stuff, right? One's got more special than one stuff, and it's got other stuff. Why the cities?
I think this one was a more mage-oriented one.
That's Catham. It's more mage-oriented. Metreon, a few of its prominent features, it does have animal trainers, engineering as their main industries, but the biggest strength it has is thieves and archers. Sometimes having people who can steal and get around is actually useful, and the elves do utilize skilled people when they get to a certain point. However, some of the more prominent places around here are Milbarth's Menagerie, Sabrine Silk in Saris, Forest Finders, and Marlowe's Magic Emporium.
That sounds like fun. You know what would be an amazing thing to somehow get our hands on? Was a folding boat.
Yes.
Stop there and take a look at stuff and see what they have.
Party fund, right?
Yeah.
Pop out of gold. We'll definitely take that room for a week. Appreciate it.
For sure. Go for it. We have enough in the party fund as it is for now. At least for that kind of stuff.
Oh, yeah, that's the idea.
Okay. You guys pop the gold. He hands you a key. A ring of 3 keys. Alright. Top room, all the way on the left. If you go up the set of stairs there, you'll get the attic room. Quietest one I can offer you for the generosity you've shown.
Thank you.
Yeah, Ravos dropping cold.
Thank you. And I take the bottle of gin. I'll just leave part of it there since I don't think I'll finish an entire bottle.
Probably not.
No.
It burns when you even take a sip. It's got a kick to it.
That's pretty funny. I like it.
I will be right back.
Alrighty.
So I've been looking forward to the game all week. I have things I wanted to do and stuff I wanted to say, and now that I'm here, I'm just exhausted and I can't think of anything.
It's not even that late yet for you.
It's not even that late yet for you.
Sent me much,
I don't think you sent me much,
which is the other thing. Like you didn't send
you didn't send me anything, so I
Yeah.
can remind
Well,
you.
I thought of it while I was at work, and then I leave, and then I sleep, and then I don't remember anything. And then I remember again when I'm at work, and then I don't think it's a vicious cycle of my life.
Oh man.
You gotta write that stuff down, man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm not too planned.
I'm not too planned. I got the planning. I just didn't make the maps. So y'all gonna have
fine.
fun with this. But you see people are kind of bumping around. Some bump into you and stuff like that. The place is crowded, and many people don't seem to regard much as they kind of
I'm
maneuver.
still keeping an eye on my corner. Anyway.
But you make your
You make your way outside.
you make your way outside, and I mean, from where the low tier walls are, kind of there's a few points that go down into the street, where you see wagons are rolling by. Market stalls are kind of set up haphazardly around the area, and all sorts of bits and bobbles, pottery, you name it, it's probably around this street. Whether or not it's good or not is another
Down this
question.
magic place, right?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, good.
We're hunting that magic place.
Well, you guys can.
You guys can. What do you want to do? You want to search for it, or you want to start asking around? How will you find the shop?
Okay, someone can roll me.
Okay, someone can roll me investigation. So if this talking around a little bit, you come across a few people and go, her place, yeah. If you go down that alleyway, take a right. You'll see it. It's kind of a small little
Alleyway.
corner shop. Yeah, most places are alleyways. So you can see people are walking
Okay.
up and
It's
down
not a
it.
dark alley. It's just an alley.
Probably then like down that street rather than that alley.
Okay.
So Gift is gonna be above us at all times, and like looking, like he's gonna be like watching our coin purse for me, just give us a ping if anyone gets too close to my pocket.
Well, if you're doing that, people are literally having to like maneuver around each other. There's not more than a person away that you can't just kind of bump your elbows
Yeah, but
with.
he's gonna be there, he's gonna be ready, If I feel something slip.
Yep. And you can even see. Oh yeah. Well, why don't you make me perception while you walk down? And you can get advantage with gifts watching. You feel fine. I mean, it's definitely cramped and packed. I mean, this is probably one of your first encounters where you really are kind of almost smushed in like sardines in a tin can. And you can even see that, people are stepping over what looks to be like a couple of child beggars just on the side with little tin cans, and a couple of people pop over like a coin or two, but most of them just kind of sit there as they talk amongst each other in these quiet whispers. You do get the sense that they are looking at people while whispering, but it might just be kids talking about each other.
Well, someone just dropped something.
And you see the corner shop. It is mostly a single story of a stone wall building carved with carved wooden doors, and almost it looks like a dragon skull that hangs over, like at least 12 feet above the door, or 12 feet off the ground above the door.
Damn.
I mean, it looks like a dragon skull, at least from pictures everyone has probably seen.
Can I do a nature check or something on that?
Mm-hmm. With the various knowledge of what dragons are, at least in books, you do notice that flicks of paint are actually popping off of it, and you can see carved wood underneath. It seems to be more decorative than real.
Makes sense.
And when you enter, you kind of look around, and you hear a voice come from behind the counter. Yes, what can I help you with?
Zerthus.
Over? Or Zerthus?
I am back.
You watch as suddenly a head pops up from behind the counter as a small city dwarf kind of steps up onto a step stool and kind of looks over the counter. Oh, tall ones today. Yeah, come on in, come on in. Close the door. Don't get the smell in here. She,
So leave Hesbjorn outside?
Okay. Welcome, welcome. My name is Hilda. What can I do for you?
Want to let Zerthus go first. It's not anything specific.
I don't have anything specific I'm here for. I'm just browsing to see what we have as options.
You're browsing. Okay. I got these several potions I can slip you with. I got this. Wonderful. And she kind of stands up on the countertop, reaches over, she pulls this robe off of a coat rack that's just behind the thing, and you can see that it is covered with eyes. At least sewn in eyes. She's like, I got a robe of eyes. It was crafted by the goddess of magic for her most loyal hero. Don't remember who it was. It was crafted for him.
Any history check I can do on that?
Yeah, right. I was about to.
Yeah, you can roll history.
How much BS is she selling this compared to non-BS?
Zerka, she seems, I mean, that is a robe that seems to be,
It has eyes on it.
yeah, it has eyes on it. Maybe it's magical, you're not too certain. Like I said, you just, I know you're a far folk, so you really haven't heard much of a goddess, nor the story of how she crafted something for a hero. But stories of gods giving things to heroes are usually myths and legends.
Mm-hmm.
And Sotor, you can kind of see that she's pushing up some goods, almost testing you whether or not you recognize anything. She's not lying per se, but she isn't showing off anything good yet. The potions are probably real, but the robe definitely seems.
I will take a minute and I will pray to my gods and then I'll cast Detect Magic.
We don't need a robe.
No, but I just want to have
Well, it's just-
see if she has any magical.
I put my hand on Zerthus' shoulder and I'm like, that's nice, but we're.
What's your man over there mumbling about? Hey, you!
I
Where have you been?
I stay in my prayers. I'm definitely just praying to my gods at this point.
He's a devout person. He busts out in a prayer randomly. Don't worry about it.
It's just not.
Does he now? Does he?
Yes, if he does.
Yes, he does. He just randomly starts fucking praying.
I know it's annoying.
Oh, look at this one. she kind of jumps off and walks over and goes, "You're a tall dwarf. You're one on cross, aren't you? I got something for you." And she kind of like reaches up to grab your wrist, like it's over her head how small she is, and she starts tugging you towards the counter. "You stand right there." And she walks over. There is a ladder by the countertop that she climbs up, goes over, and then starts. You hear this slink of metal as she pulls out this great sword and plops it down onto the table.
It's like while she's in the midst of doing a thing and making a lot of noise, I'll whisper to Zerthis that it looks like she's testing us.
Yeah.
Look, let me know when I can cast detect magic, when the minute is passed.
She leans over to Revel and says, "This is the Moon Touch blade of the exalted dominion of Mithras."
Does that get me out of my reverie because it has moon touched in it?
Why don't you make me a concentration check?
Yes, pick up the great sword. Become a true player. And pick up the fucking great sword.
How do I do a concentration check then? Is that a
It's a
constitution?
constitution save. Yeah. I was gonna say, get above a 10, man. But once she mentions Moon Touch Blade, something or other, you kind of snap the rebel your brain. Go, what did she say? She said, this. And Revels, you could kind of look over a blade, and you know enough about blades to notice that it has been battered quite a few times. Like, there are obvious chinks, there's little bits of divots in the metal, and stuff like that.
I mean, it definitely looks like it's seen a weapon that's seen its fair share of use. Forgive me if you know of my people. You know that we tend to be a bit more practical when it comes to our tools. I never really understood the allure of swords over a good spear or an axe or a hammer.
You see, that is what I'm getting at. This one, a nobleman's bought it. I couldn't say from where. I think it was Uthana or some sort. He got himself on a blade and thought it made him indestructible. He just sparred with it. The idiot. Used it for nothing, took care of it even less. Eventually, their little house fell apart, and he sold it to me.
Can I do any check on that?
You can make an Arcana check to, go over and, touch the...
Don't have Arcana, but I'll try.
What do you think, Lysander? You're more knowledgeable when it comes to these civilized
Lysander,
weapons.
you go over and as you're about to place a hand on the blade, she slaps your wrist. Says, "No touching the merchandise."
How can we decide whether or not we want to buy it if we cannot even touch it?
You've got 2 eyes. Do you not see it before you?
If
got
that's
2
all you,
hands.
if that's all you require to sell, then we don't want to buy it. Thank you very much.
Hold on. There are more things for the shows before you go and say
She does not even allow us to touch the weapon to see how it's balanced, to see how well it
What's your
fits.
name? What's your name?
My name is Lysander.
What to meet you? Alright, let me show you something. And she kind of flicks her wrist suddenly as you all of a sudden hear and feel the shutters of the room just start to shut around you. And then she throws out her hand once more and pulls down a curtain in front of the door until all that's left is a few glowing lamps, which she flicks off each and every single light until the blade itself in front of you begins to glow in the darkness and almost appears like a dull moonlight, to where you can definitely make out your hand if it's extended, but
Right.
it is dimly glowing in the darkness.
And I can, of course, see clearly, but still see it glowing.
I can
That
see
is
clearly
why they
now.
call it the Moon Touch Sword.
Are you aware of any other properties other than just
I don't really go much. I mean, I didn't Listen, the noble thought it was pretty magical. I made a good deal of money selling from him.
May I
And I was
ask
back
my
around
goddess?
the-
May I ask my goddess to inspect the blade?
Yeah. She flicks her wrist once more, turning the lights back on, the candles flickering once more, and the windows popping open for more natural light.
That's fine. I start praying because I want to finish that fucking detect magic.
What are you praying to? Which god of yours? I not know much of the human gods besides Lee, Latar, and all them.
The
Leotard?
goddess Noctra guides me
Yeah, right.
in her all of her twilight glory.
You humans will worship almost anything. It's good to know.
She definitely exists. Allow me to show you. And I just hold some magic in my hand that's dark.
And she will go ahead and replicate it in her hand. I worship no Noctra. But I
Then allow me a more specific one. And I touch her and cast Eyes of Night.
Trying to find magic items if there's a holy debate going on.
Well, before I do that, I ask, may I? And before I touch her, of course.
I would just, since you already said it, she just goes,
Yeah.
You know how to cast that. And she's like, do you see the dark right now? Probably.
I permanently see in the dark.
Mm-hmm. And she kind of removes your hand from it, and she's like, what about you, big one?
I don't really partake to the mystic arts.
He's not smart enough to
except for
pass
maybe
me.
listening.
She almost looks like she draws a sigil in the air and places a hand on Revos' shoulder. And Revos, suddenly everything gets a lot brighter, although grayscaled.
Oh,
You see
I
our
ate a mushroom once. That maybe this kind of reminds me of.
We could go all day. You seem like a talented magic user. That's all that cares. So you know what you're looking for, aren't you, Lysander? Okay. What is it that you want then? I don't want to dilly-dally with the what do you call
Yes,
it? The fakes.
I understand.
Ouch.
So what do you want? What's it you're looking for?
I am looking for something that integrates with the magic that Noctra provides me.
She points to the sword.
I wish to know what it does beyond glowing
She kind of
before actually purchasing.
places a hand on your shoulder. She's literally standing on the countertop, but she's still just meeting your eyes. She goes, listen, it only fucking glows. That's it. Whatever goddamn goddess crafted this for her divine little hero, she made a mockery of him.
That is a shame to hear that goddesses their patrons.
If you believe in it, I don't. I think some prissy-ass person demanded some talented artist to make him something perfect. They gave him this.
yeah, sounds about right.
It's really useful.
No, but it looks good. And that's all you need sometimes in magic, is things that look good.
Out of game. Oh, it gives you charisma bonus.
Detect magic booze. That's all we need.
I don't want to detect magic, but I haven't had the chance to do it yet.
Just do it. Don't frickin' pray for an
I
hour.
have to
Just-
wait for a minute.
you can't just cast it?
Ritual
No, because
cast.
I haven't. No. I don't need to ritual cast. I can if I want to, but I don't have it selected as something or as a spell that I want to do. I have a certain set that I want to cast or be able to cast in combat, and I need to spend a minute to swap one of those spells out.
Detect magical only tells you if it's magical. She's proven that it's magical.
Mm, I mean,
And
not
school of magic.
necessarily.
Well, it tells you school,
Yeah.
and if there's more than one school in there, you can get an idea that there's something else. But
Exactly.
Do you want me to do it?
If you can, I mean, it'll take me a minute, but if you can do it immediately,
I just spend 6 seconds doing it.
yeah, then go for it.
Well, she's talking with Lysander and Rebels. I'm going to cast Detect Magic.
Okay. You go ahead and splat your fingers, kind of grasping on the magical weave around you before you draw it into yourself and bring it up to your eyes, almost connecting strands of magic to you, and then bringing it to your vision. Around you, you see a lot of magic. Actually, there's plenty. There's stones with magic on them. There's books with magic in them. There's the lamps are magical. The floorboard beneath your feet, at least one of them is magical.
the actual floorboard.
The actual
Yes.
floorboard. What kind of magic?
Floorboard, not all of it, just one.
What school of magic is the floorboard?
One second, I actually have to pull up this spell.
Or what spell is affecting it? Is that the other part of Detect Magic?
It just tells you the school of magic. It doesn't tell you anything else, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Illusion on the floorboard.
The floorboard is an illusion. Oh no.
Well, it could mean it's not there. It could mean it casts an illusion. It
Okay.
could be a hologram floorboard.
The one thing, however, that you see before you, Surface, the blade is not magical.
Okay.
So it's,
As you're kind of looking around, and she's talking to Lysander as you cast it, she fetches you a glance and smirks. What's your name?
Xerthus, man.
And what can you do?
Lots of things, but I specialize in conjuration magic.
Come here. I see the glow in the eyes.
I walk to her.
What you think?
Very interesting.
Interesting isn't the answer to the question. What do you think?
Think of what? Your shop? Or magic?
The magic in it.
Seems either you or whoever helped you set up this shop is a very talented user of magic. I'm also curious about the illusion on the floorboard.
You're a good person.
Depends on who you ask.
Are you a good person? She looks at you seriously.
And I'm gonna respond seriously. Good is relative on who you talk to. I think I tend towards being more just than good.
Let me ask you this. Let's say you're a talented magic caster. Your name gets around. Who do you think comes to you day in and day out?
People who want your help with something.
Exactly. And do you think they want their help with, things you can actually help them with?
Nope.
Exactly. Infertility. They got a scar on their face. Their crops aren't growing. The kingdom's in ruin and they need a spell. So, what do you think I can actually do?
Well, you can open and close windows and dim lights. That's all that.
A kid picking up this books for the first time always learns prestidigitation.
Yeah. I don't know what you can help you. I've only seen what you can do, and that was.
I can't solve their fucking problems. But you know who can solve their problems?
I knew this where she was going. I was hoping you would figure.
Themselves. So, but they just don't believe in themselves. She fetches out a small gemstone. You can see it's like an agate, and she holds it in her hand and mumbles as she wipes a small piece of silk over it, and suddenly it glows with evocation magic. This right here is imbued with such holy healing energy that it'll cure your bedchamber issues with your wife. You see what I mean?
Yeah, I see.
Good. And she throws the agate aside as it slowly returns to just being a normal gem. Very few actually need a sword that will slice through their enemies. Very few actually need gizmos and gadgets that pump magic out and introduce the weave. Many just need a little bit more handling. Giving a swordsman and saying to them that the sword is magical and they will be hit so long as they wield it gives them a little bit of a confidence boost when they go into the arena and fight. I can teach you this if you want.
We don't need placebos. We actually need stuff that does work.
I have stuff that works.
I
Your name.
Sildor Ignis.
Ah. And what do you do?
I take the glove off my left hand and show her the back of it and just say, "You tell me." On the back of it, Presence knows, no one else does. There's a tattoo of what looks like the head of a serpent, and then it looks like it trails more up the arm before the sleeve gets in the way.
But we can see it now.
Hey.
Too much of we're all skipping active tabs.
You've got quite a mark there. I'm not sure I know much about tattooist artists. Something more humans do than elves.
This was granted to me by something. It was not done by a person. And I'll cast light on something, and like as I do, it looks like it comes out of the tattoo and like out of the mouth, almost like it breathed the magic onto the item as it starts to glow.
I am saying is that the humans know how to with tattooist, the markings, I forget what they're called, the aegis. Careful though, it's quite intoxicating. I can't do much for that, Sildor. What I saw are trinkets. Objects, a blade or two, could get some armor, but other than that...
I am looking for a specific trinket. I don't know. It's on the rarer side, so I don't know where I'll end up finding it. Some know it as the folding boat. It's about yay big, yay wide, and when you pump a little magic into it, it turns into a small ship.
I'll give it to you that you know what it is, but you know me. I don't have everything. I have fun stuff.
Do you have anything that allows
It is
us
fun.
to cast 2 concentration spells at the same time?
Yeah, right? Jeez.
Magic shop, we're asking all the hard questions. Yeah.
I don't know, you guys going off 6 ways from Sunday. I don't know.
Next, you're gonna ask if you've got magic boots.
Give me a second. Let me see what I got actually in her shop.
What does she actually have is my question.
Well, that's the thing. We just what's here?
Yeah, like so there's magic books, there's a magic floorboard, there's a fake gem which helps your problems in the bedroom, aka the confidence booster. So what do we actually have here?
Yeah, do not have the small little boat you're talking about.
Oh, it's gonna be like my journey now.
She
It's finding a damn boat.
she has things up to 2,000 gold stored away. It's kind of a generalist kind of shop.
Is there a way to sort magic items by gold and beyond? That'd
No,
be handy.
because their gold costs are like, oh, a potion of superior healing, which is 8d4 plus 8. 5,000 gold? What the fuck?
I can do better than that for free.
Let me just, I'm just looking, so give me a second.
Yeah, yeah.
Can you give us examples of things she might have?
Hold on, I just found one that I think someone would really like.
Huh.
Well, she pulls out a 10-foot long pole. Elix. She speaks as the pole suddenly transforms into a fishing pole with hook, line, and reel.
Huh.
Since you're a sailor, I thought you might like something like this.
I would, although I have a feeling someone else might like it more. I kind of nudge Revos, like portable fishing pole,
Oh,
magic fishing pole.
fishing. Oh, wait. Oh, pole. I already have a fishing pole. He points to
She speaks another command word, and the fishing pole turns back into a regular quarterstaff.
Huh. Well, now it really is a fishing pole. I gotta say, I'm a little intrigued. I'm a little interested in that.
It used to belong to a dwarf like mine, Elix. And the pole transforms, and she kind of rolls her eyes. He slew the worm of Garthar Burn Spires. At least, he says so.
Well, how much would you want for a humble fishing pole like this?
Oh, you see, I could throw a price out there. I want to know what it's worth to you.
Uh,
Truth is,
I mean, I'm used to like trading in hides and fish. Lysander, do you think 100 gold is enough?
You see Lysander praying.
Lysander just kind of looks back at the woman. Is 100 gold enough? I think.
I mean, persuasion.
No.
It's yours for 120.
Smeldridge fast.
When it comes to fishing, and hunting and everything like that, I really can't spare any expense for the best equipment for the test. So yeah, 120 will do.
Sold. And she puts her hand out first.
Revos goes to shake it.
As she kind of like does a little like holding her hand out for the coin first.
Yes. That. Revos counts out the 120 and puts it in her hand.
By now, I think Lysander is done, and I cast Detect Magic.
Alright, and around you see about the same thing. One of the floorboards gives off illusion magic, the lamps give off magic, some of the shutters give off magic. A lot of her items glow magical, except for the blade. And as you can see, even when she's giving out the pole, it's not magical.
Weird.
she hands the
Oh, and I also looked at the blade, of course.
It's not magical.
Yeah, but just wanted to make sure that that was said. How much would you ask for the blade?
I would ask you, what do you want to pay for it?
And it's a sword, not a rapier?
It's a great sword.
Oh shit, then I don't want it.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on. Let me quickly check before I say something stupid.
You look like you like secrets, don't you? Lysander?
I do.
I
am not from around here, and I love to learn about new things.
She kind of turns her head, and you can see one of the drawers open as she like almost pulls it with her hand from a distance, and a small key comes out of it that seems to be almost inlaid into this clear glass box that has like a little bit of velvet on the bottom. And she kind of holds it out to you, and inlaid onto the key is a question mark. This is a key of opening.
Is it a great sword? Is it a great sword, not a long sword?
Great.
Yeah,
Yep, two hands.
Yeah, no, I was just making sure that it's not versatile, because versatile is what I need.
Yeah. She pulls up this key and says, I don't know what it unlocks, but it will unlock something.
Well, I do like the mysteries like this. It is of no use to me.
She raises her hand. It will unlock things it's not designed to unlock. But once it unlocks it, it becomes that key.
So it's a one-off?
That's like a clay key.
How much would it cost, since it's only a one-time use?
No. It chooses a lock to unlock. I don't know what it goes to, but that is what it does. It'll unlock one lock and become the key for that lock. It could just be a goddamn door with a single tumbler, or it could be the gates to eternity. I don't know.
Like I said, it is great to have an item like this. However, if I do not know what it leads to, it is of no use to me.
I don't know what it leads to. That's the mystery of it. She's kind of like excited about it too.
Uh-huh. You have no clue at all.
He doesn't know what it unlocks until you put it in, and then it'll decide if it unlocks it or not. Isn't that great?
So,
Things like this.
does this key have a will of its own?
She kind of just shrugs, like she actually doesn't know.
Kind of useless. I mean, probably not useless. Probably like a die roll or something like that. But at this point, we're just opening doors.
Plot convenience. Door to an ancient tomb, and then turn the key.
Yeah. I mean, I understand what she's trying to do, but I'm gonna pass up on it, especially since hold on, I've got this right. I think next level I can cast something similar that can just open any door.
Knock.
I thought I had that one in my list, but maybe not.
No, I think Zerth is the one that gets knock.
Oh yeah, true. Oh no, I remember now. It's Adriana that could have gotten it or can get it.
Yeah, bards get knocked too.
Yeah, I mean it's fun and all, but I don't think I'll take it. Unless it's only a bargain. How much do you want for it?
How much you're willing to pay?
About 25 gold.
Make a persuasion.
Ooh.
Woo.
Do you have anything that hold on to a spell so I can use it later?
She kind of looks you up and down and says, "Not for the price you're looking for." That's all I can say. It's a little outside your price range, Sildor.
Fair enough.
I can cast Glyph of Warding next to the thing, but it costs 200 gold.
Yeah, Glyph Warding is expensive.
Yeah, it's really good though. Like, you can cast any spell into it, even if it has a concentration check, it doesn't use your concentration.
Well, yeah, but you can't take the glyph with you. Unless you, like, put it in a small box and then open the box in combat.
Or my favorite way of doing it is putting out a coin purse and then having somebody steal that coin purse and that fucking them up.
So you want to go use any coin from that coin purse.
Nope, you can set specific ways that the boarding goes off, and you can make it so if you open it up and pull things out, it doesn't set off with the board.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the coins have with supporting on them. You gotta be very careful.
Why would I cast it on the bag?
I was gonna say, just put it on the bag itself.
I've heard people casting it on every single coin and using that like that.
Ah,
You just throw
That's so stupid.
that sounds like you're going to fight like a final boss and you just throw your coin bag at it and kill it.
Yeah.
That'd be really fun.
In-game for support time. What do? I cast Glyph of Warding at max level on every single coin I have.
That's a lot of money.
That is a lot of money.
It's a lot of damage too.
True.
Alright, let's continue.
So, I don't have anything in your price range, Sildor, but what do you want?
Well, the only real limitation to what I do is how often I can do it in a day. So maybe things that can augment it. Even if it's just something that has its own spell in it that I can use.
I don't believe I got much that could help you. Not in that case. I deal more in trinkets and that. People have to sell it, and those who have things that are good don't sell.
That's true. Well, if you just keep your ear to the ground for that boat for me, in case it crosses your path. Otherwise, yield to everyone else if they want to keep going.
Do you have any magical rapiers or longswords, perhaps?
Magical in what way?
That they contain magic.
Many things can contain magic. You want
Yes.
something that is attuned to something. You want something that is going to burn your foes when you strike them, or something of that sort. It's one thing. That's an attunement to magic. You want a sword that can conjure forth ice. You want a sword that just glances or strikes swifter or faster. You
I
want a
do
sword
not
that
believe you have.
heals when
I
you
do not
stab
believe you
someone.
have a lot of magical weapons. So I'm just asking more in general first, and then if you don't, then you don't, and if you do, then I'd like to know which ones. Because you're just listing what magical swords can do. You do not list the ones that you have, I assume.
Give me a second. And she steps down the stool in the back and opens a door that is appropriately sized just for her and closes it as she leaves you in the foyer. And it seems like she's going to be gone for a little while as you kind of hear her maneuvering around things and kind of looking. guys are left alone. What do you want to do for a little bit?
Award.
Magic stackers.
Magic what?
Magic stacks. I'm looking.
Saves. Looking for saves.
There's a few wooden poles that you can see that seem, some are intricately drawn, some have decorations on them, others are just plain wooden ones. There are a few canes and walking sticks that don't seem to emanate any magic, but a few of them do emanate different schools of magic.
Like what?
Evocation, transmutation, illusion, and conjuration.
Ooh, conjuration. I'll have to wait for her to get back. I don't want to touch him, but I have to go up there first.
It takes a little bit before she returns back and looks around the room, gives everyone a smile, and says, you're not as stupid as some are. And she pulls out what looks to be a very ornate, or very plain rapier, and sets it down. What do you think of this?
Alright, say that one more time.
She places down a very plain-looking rapier. Not much different from yours. It's definitely crafted more elvenish than anything else, but it looks almost normal. In fact, it doesn't even glow with any magic.
She keeps selling stuff that doesn't have magic. I'm so confused.
Yeah, I know, right? May I know what it does?
Yeah.
Will you tell me?
There you go. Yeah, give me a second.
Does she have a
I'm
bag?
looking up my list.
Does she have a bag of holding? That's a
No, that'd be so good.
actually
Holy crap.
something she might have, because it's an interesting thing, is an all-purpose tool, right? That's like a common thing,
How much
but
does the bag
is
of holding cost?
it's an uncommon, so whatever uncommons cost.
It's between the 101 and 500 GP range. That's what uncommon is.
Yeah.
So that's actually doable.
She shows you the rapier, and underneath one of the hilts, you can see what seems to be a small little square relief, like almost looks like it could be pressed in. She hands it to you and says, lift it up in the air, press that, then let go.
I do so.
It locks in place. It just hovers in midair.
That's fucking useful.
She's like, she says, go ahead and try to tug it away.
I tried to tuck it away.
Immovable rod.
Make me a strength check.
I will roll a strength check. Strength save or no strength check?
Yep. It does not move. When you tug it, it seems to be locked in the air, as if it was just simply glued there, like tugging a boulder from the ground.
This is very interesting. How much?
As you're kind of tugging, she leans over and presses a button, and all at once it feels like all that force suddenly just gives out and you fall backwards. What do you want to give me for it?
Do I fall backwards or do I need to make a roll?
Like you stumble backwards, like
Oh, okay.
you're just pulling, and then someone, it's like a tug of war. You're pulling on something, and then someone just lets go, and you're like, oh Jesus.
Yeah.
She's definitely asking what you want to pay, just like the rest.
coin purse and I go. How does 150 gold sound?
You also have the key. 250.
250 is outside of my price range. 175 is as far as I can go.
Make persuasion.
Must be a good one.
Tell you what, I'll reserve it for you.
Sounds good. Thank you very much. Anyone else?
Yeah.
Give me a minute.
This.
I want to ask her about the staff that emanates conjuration magic. See if she can tell me what it does.
She kind of shakes her head a little bit and says, "Come on, Xerxes. I thought you understood this. What do you think that staff does?"
Absolutely nothing.
Exactly. What do you think the one next to it does?
Is that what emanate magic, Christ?
Nope.
I want to go with absolutely nothing again.
See, you'd be wrong. I could teach you how to do this, or at least the secrets behind it if you want to learn.
I know what she's doing now. Man, she's really smart. She's using a magic aura to mask magic items. I'm happy to see it.
She goes over and she grabs the staff and brings it back over to you. Walking along the countertop the entire time, and it's a good 6 foot, 5'6" staff. I guess about 5.5 feet tall. Less than 2 meters for you damn metric fans.
Users of non-freedom units.
Yeah, pretty
And she hands you a bit of chalk. Put that at the bottom of the staff.
I put the chalk at the bottom of the staff.
Now draw a circle.
Which staff is this, Christ?
The normal plain one.
Okay, does she hand, like, with the...
She hands it to you.
Okay, I draw a circle with the staff.
You watch as suddenly the circle that you drew, imperfect as it was, suddenly becomes a perfect circle. And then the floorboards you drew it on seem to shimmer a bit. And you see her pick up a small little stone and drop it on, and it falls through.
So, drew a circle, and she dropped a stone through the circle. And it,
You drew a circle onto the floorboards, they kind of shimmered lightly, and then she threw a stone in there, and you saw it drop right through.
teleportation or spatial storage.
She shakes a finger. Use the other end, and just disrupt the circle a little bit.
Okay, you flip it. Straight.
The shimmer suddenly goes away, and the rest of the chalk just seems to and almost disappear. And as she takes the staff, draws the circle on the countertop, reaches in, you see her hand go in, and then she pulls out the stone again and throws it back to you.
Alright. What else you got?
What do you mean, what else I got? Do you understand what this does?
It creates a breach in reality or something? In which case
A breach in the weave to create an extra dimensional space of which you can place things in and retrieve them at any point afterwards.
spatial storage. How big of things can you put in them? Is the question.
As you could kind of feel like if you were to redraw a circle more than 1 foot in diameter, that it wouldn't work. And the storage itself goes about a foot down as well. So not a lot, but you definitely put things in there.
Alright. Gotta look at what I have for money.
Yeah.
Bag of holding.
Yeah, how much would the bag of holding cost if she has it?
This is basically a bag of holding.
Okay.
It's a staff of holding.
It's basically a homebrew version of bag of holding.
Staff of Holding's fun.
Yeah. Trying to debate if I actually want this.
Well, how much do you want for it, Zerglus? Zerglus.
I'm legitimately thinking 150.
She kind of eyes you up and down. $150, and you take me out to dinner.
Insight check on that last part. On a joke or
She
Yeah.
seems quite serious.
Might want to buy her a staff of flowers if you're going to take her to dinner.
I had that exact same thought. No. Is there a timeline on that second part of that payment? I have no idea how long it is.
If you don't die, come back here. You owe me a date.
I can work with that.
Go to Melivor's. It's a nice, decent restaurant over on the port side near the lake.
Sorry, can you repeat that so I can actually write that down?
I will go there. You'll just have to meet me here. Make sure if you're gonna come that you send a message first. And she tosses you a small little stone, and it seems to be plain and ornate, no magic. Just when you're ready, whisper it there, and I'll wait for you that night. Here.
Will do.
You owe it to me, though, Sildo. Or, circus.
Huh?
And I always fulfill my debts.
But wouldn't want anything bad to happen to you. She smiles and hands you the staff and offers her hand out to you.
Which way is her palm?
Facing up.
I give her the 150 gold.
Perfect. Thank you. Such a nice fellow.
Oh my god, this is hysterical. The wand sheath. It's like the Assassin's Creed blade thing, but with a wand, so you can use it without all. So stupid.
Well, I've got a staff of holding, half a sending stone pair, and I need to come back and have a date. So what do y'all do?
I don't know any of that stuff presents.
You're sending me specific things that I don't even know what they do. So we could take a minute or two break and let me look up what I can get you.
I mean, a break could be good. I'm tired.
Yeah, let's take a short little break, and I will look up what of the whole shopping ordeal.
I'm ready. No, I get it.
Yeah, we've been spinning a little long here, but
I'm,
I like silly things like
I'm,
this.
I'm not a fan of a hour long shopping thing, but shopping's nice every now and then.
I'm done.
Same. I like shopping. Just give it out for 2 hours.
I'm done.
Yeah. Let's.
I just want to know if she has a guardian emblem or not.
Roll me. Lysander, let's go first. Roll me an Arcana.
Nope.
She does not actually have a guardian emblem.
Oh.
So, as you were kind of talking to her for a couple minutes, describing what you might find useful and what she actually has, which isn't as useful as you think it might be, you eventually come across a small metal ball about 3 pounds and about 3 inches in diameter. And you're like, well, what's this thing do? And she says, oh, that's the iron bands of Blue Arrow.
Gesundheit.
I just call them iron bands. And she, you see, like there's a small mannequin behind you, and she throws it at it as these bands open up into almost a web of change wrapped around the little like mannequin that she has there, like one of those just a chest, and like binds it up before falling into the ground like a net of chains.
That's handy.
They are quite nice. These belong to Eileen, who fell in the siege of Atel Castle. Again, that's what the trader tells me. Never believe
Dracar
the
Noir?
story.
Nothing.
What would you like for it?
Is no, you're supposed whatever. 100.
150.
Sure.
Works for me. Roll persuasion anyway, because I did have the rest, but not with you. Jeez, man.
I have a high persuasion, and I didn't roll a 2.
You rolled a 1, though. I'll give it to you for 100.
Cool.
Just be good with them. And be careful, they do bite.
Good to know.
She'll hand it to you, and just like the rest, as you guys kind of look over a small iron ball, there's no magic coming from it. Even though you saw it transform and transmute.
But I know the secrets. No, I understand how she's doing this.
So what's the actual name so I can add it to my inventory?
It's iron bands or something.
Bands of binding. It should be in the DM sheet. It's like you can actually add it as an item.
The iron bands of binding. Add.
Yep. But afterwards, you guys eventually do leave the shop. Revos, I think you're happy with just having a fishing pole.
Special new fishing pole seems nice.
Yeah, it's a quarterstaff too, so you can whack people with it and then fish them up. Is there anything you guys wanted to do in the city, or are you guys looking just to start on the adventure?
Let's do the adventure.
They get into the adventure.
I mean, unless they want to scour every single tavern for a magic bottle, I think we should just get going.
I mean, I would love to, but it's gonna take forever, and I wanna move on as well.
We can do that later.
You guys do exit the shop. You notice that it is night. that you've been in this shop itself for almost half a day.
Well, then, maybe we should go back to get a night's rest first.
Yeah, go to bed.
Yeah, let's get back to the inn then.
Okay. You guys make your way back to the inn. And take a nice long rest. The next morning, hold on, let me make sure I'm keeping track of the days because it did matter at some point, and I want to make sure that they do matter.
For someone's perfect.
What? No. No.
No? Not anymore?
No, not anymore.
Okay.
Unless he's counting down days for me going on a take. I think there's something that I need to be worried about for days.
You guys kind of wake up on the 34th of reaping. It is just a steady rainfall.
Sorry, what's
Anywhere. The weather is just a steady rainfall.
no, what's the one called?
Reaping.
Okay.
I don't think you want to call it that, I'm not sure.
Why?
Because of the negative connotations the word has.
Reap, as in
Yeah.
like Grim Reaper.
Okay.
You mean reaping?
Yeah, not raping.
Okay. Well, I just kept understood hearing raping.
Jeez.
Stop hearing reaping.
Yeah, REA people.
Okay, well that makes a lot more sense then.
There's
okay.
3 vowels in it.
Uh-huh.
Well, 3 vowels, got
Yes. Jesus. Like I would call a month that.
I don't know.
Reap, as in like to harvest your fields.
Yes, I get it now. Thank you.
Okay. Maybe I will change it because of that. But anyway.
This depends on your pronunciation. And maybe the internet connection.
That too. Anyway, it's a steady downfall. Quite chilly today. Highs of 40s, lows of highs of 60s, lows of 40s. So 3.5 to 14 in Celsius for you damn metricies.
That's all very warm.
Chilly. Yeah, it's chilly. It's definitely wearing a cloak weather, and even outside you can see that much of the travel has kind of diminished. People are still going about their days with wool cloaks on. Some of the market stalls are still set up, but traffic itself kind of diminished because no one wants to really, the traders don't really want to catch a cold unless they have to.
Alright.
What are we up to for the day? Are we headed out? Are we doing more?
I'm good with heading out.
Okay.
Okay. Which way are we gonna try to head? You guys gonna still look for a boat?
I think we also want to look on the other city. But
I was told we could walk.
yeah, Katham.
Yeah, you can walk to Catham, or you can take the boat across the rivers just to go over that way.
We could just walk to the farm and then cross the bridge.
Yeah, you could definitely do that.
Seems like the better option right now.
Yeah. If you head all the way north towards Waydale and cross that, but you are heading in probably the wrong direction there. So that just heads much more north. If you wanted to get to one of the Elven territories around the mountains, you're kind of going into foresty, unexplored areas. Even heading west across the bridge is more unexplored too.
If we're gonna travel to go to the plot, and I'd like to take some time to go to the docks and try to get a boat. If we're gonna go check the other city, then let's check the other city. But What do you guys want to do?
Personally, don't care. I'm fine with just going out and traveling at this point. I
Alright.
can go back to the city.
All right, then I'll check the docks and see who's got the balls to take us how far.
All right, you as you head to the docks, you see Ball, who's just there. He is handling over several people coming by. You can see he's got this like almost no nonsense attitude of some of the captains and doing taxes and everything like that. Handling imports, export money. He seems to really be on his game over here. And when you approach, he kind of gives you a look. And goes, "Hey, what is it, Silver?"
Oh, was I going? I was just gonna poke around the dock, I guess, but
No, he's the dock master. He knows all the ins and outs.
right. I was
We're
just
looking for our westbound travel.
yep. As however far someone will take us, and we'll just have to walk the rest of the way.
Well, you could probably get someone to get you to Pasmer Falls,
All right.
but it's still going to be dangerous. The Skorara don't quite like elven ships out that way, and there's plenty of them in those damned woods.
Yeah, we've dealt with them before. We'll probably have to deal with them again. They're really annoying.
Yes, and dangerous. Hence why not many like their travel. Alright, I'll try to set you up with one that I can. How much you're gonna pay is how much that they're probably going to sell.
That's
You want something
fair.
good or something quick?
Quick. Quick is good. It'll get us the hell in and out. Or they can get in and out.
I'll do what I can for you.
I appreciate it.
Just don't go off and die out there.
Trying not to.
Good. I can make more money off you if you're alive.
That's
And he kind of looks through his ledger and, points to a single name. He goes, "Alright. If you head to the shipboard, you can look for a Balda.
Balda?
A female human, uneven blonde hair, amber eyes. She wears fine raiment and numerous rings, is what I know about her. She might want to. She's got a dinghy, a little ship, quick though. She'll sail you out west.
Alright, thank you. If I make it back, well, I'll buy you a drink.
I don't drink, but thank you. Making your way back to where he kind of tells you, in the port itself, you are in the dock, build the tavern. You definitely can see the uneven hair of one of the human females. Approaching her, she kind of gives you a drunken turn. Goes, "Aye, you're Sildor, aren't you?
That is correct.
Thought you'd be taller."
They tend to say that.
Alright, well, what are you approaching me for?
I have a paying job, a little risky. I need someone brave enough to do it. And I heard you might be the one.
Is it brave or stupid?
A little both. Depends on your point of view.
On it. Where are we going?
As far west as you're brave enough to take me.
Far west as I can go. Gotcha. Alright, which river?
What the hell is the name of the river we're talking? Phasmophobia?
Heaving stream.
Yeah, that.
Evening's a little rocky, down towards the shore to hit rapids.
Is the
Can't go.
pass part easier?
Pasmar is definitely a little easier.
Up to you, Silver.
You're going next to the old road, so Ain't much we could do for, hiding.
I wouldn't want to risk your vessel any more than we already are, so let's maybe not go for the rapids. That's probably a bad idea.
You either die trying, or you become one of them washed up goody boys. So, I'd rather die trying. I'll get it prepped. We'll head out during the night.
Sounds good.
Alright. See you there. Small one. Look for the yellow and blue sail. I'll be with the one I'm on.
All right.
And she continues to drink.
She's in the tavern we've been to, right?
Yep, she's literally been. You probably walked by her once or twice.
That is a Adriana.
Yeah.
I see.
Okay. I'm gonna add another Discord to the group.
Works for me.
Wait, I can't. I think I can actually. Hold on.
Just send me the Discord. I'm
Invite
not sure.
server. Presence D&D group.
Yeah.
I think it worked. There you go.
Yeah.
Hello? Can you hear us?
Sir, Mike, does it work?
Maybe the setting is not right. I mean, she has used this laptop with Discord before. I'm fairly sure. Oh, that was shortly something. Maybe it's on push to talk.
That could be it. You got better me.
Yeah, it's just you guys have a little bit of patience.
No.
I didn't say anything.
Yes. I was not talking to you. Thank you for your patience.
Patient? I'm feeling just fine.
Yes, that's what most patients say. At least
I'm feeling better.
Usually, what is going on? Wait, where's the mouse?
You're a mouse.
I have to reload Roll20. For some reason, I got like a big lag spike, and then when I clicked on something, it was like, no, your cursor's 20 paces away.
Had that with a game that I launched. It's like I had to put my mouse like up and to the right to click anything to like unload, uninstalled, and reinstalled.
I've got to adjust you guys' volume. There's such creepy music going on. What's happening?
Just a random background music.
Yeah. Not much is happening. They went on a little shopping trip.
Yeah, do you want any magical items?
No, we're past that. Not going back.
So I exported the map and decided to, I'm still working on it, but decided to not export one square of the map for some goddamn reason. So you guys will see one square of the map. I have parts of the map ready. Don't ask me why I didn't do one square. We will use the token of Ignita because everyone likes Ignita.
Yeah.
I know, no one likes Ignita.
She should not be alive due to many reasons.
We'll just make Adriana. She's the head.
I'm okay with this.
So let's just say, for brevity's sake, that one of you guys got the a map, and this was basically all the elves know of the area.
Uh-huh.
Yep, they think the ancient road goes up through Fastmore Falls, or Passmore Falls, and then goes up to Ciora.
Ciara.
Do we have an exact place of where we're going, or are we just heading west and see what?
You assume it's somewhere over here.
Got here, but I went to the ping. So
Hang on.
there we go. There.
Wait, I don't see ping.
You.
Oh, all the way on the left. It's not a ping. He's
Oh, there.
putting.
The left side.
There.
Right.
Okay.
Just like Oscar's Blight, I'll eventually have a nice little regional for you guys, but
Yeah.
not right now.
Yeah.
And which river did you want to take us on?
You guys are gonna go up Passmore,
Alright.
because this one tends to get a little rough and rocky.
Yep.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Alright.
They don't call it Ian Stream for nothing.
The only thing is, can we actually go up the falls?
Not in a boat.
I have road you can do it, so we have to do that at top.
Yeah. There's a lot of stuff we need to be level 5 for.
I can get myself and somebody else at that.
We can always walk around it with a boat.
Go around.
We can just walk around it. I'm not bringing a boat.
Just go.
Well, it's just probably where the cutoff will be. Yeah.
Probably.
I mean, it's a dinghy, so you could probably pick it up if you really wanted to, but let's not.
Think Tenter closed this building? No.
When you guys eventually get your business in order and you get out to the docks, you can see a small one-sail ship. Like
You guys didn't take
massive-
any party notes at all.
Done anything yet. Don't worry.
Oh.
We really haven't done much.
All right, the only party note is that Xerthus has a date, so like there's really nothing.
Yes.
What?
Don't worry about it.
With a dwarf.
Don't worry about
I'm a bard. How can I not worry about a date?
it. You work there. You don't know. No one's told you to engage.
Yeah, you've been babysitting Timmy this whole time.
Okay. So we're gonna go to Passmore Falls.
You've been babysitting the child you have with the group.
Okay. That's a good idea. And yeah, let me, who have no idea about humans, take care of that.
Well, just while we're like fighting stuff, or when you're not around, watching the kid.
You're not here.
Okay, well then, let's go.
Hughesbjorn could take care of the child. He has children. He should know how to take care of
Oh,
one
God.
child.
I think I know how Agnieszka's alive. I think she's actually dead and is being animated by all of the mushrooms.
Ask it.
That's,
A parasitic relationship.
that's such a good idea, too.
That's amazing.
Preston, just
Every time he feeds her any mushrooms, she's basically just like adding to all the stuff.
All the mass, adding shroom
Yeah.
to it. Is
Cloud spores. Just pushes more than ever.
Agnieszka's the big bad. It's gonna turn into a monster one day and try to fucking eat him.
Oh god.
So, you guys
Yeah.
get into the sailboat. There's enough room for people to kind of walk around like it's one of those smaller boats, but never are you within, like, out of reach of someone else. Like, it is definitely a small vessel. But you guys paddle up. She does give you oars to row with. She takes a few drinks herself to start going into the cold reservoir. And in the middle of the night, as you guys are leaving, she's, you guys sail into the bridge, no quarters, no forms, before you head out into the Cobalt Reservoir. Is there anything you guys want to talk about or do? Well, basically sailing.
I go up to Adriana and go, "You weren't there, but it's a little bit juicy here.
There's no going up to. We are all within 5 feet of each other.
Are we talking about Xerxes' date?
Yes, we are talking about Xerxes' date.
Xerxes, you've got a date?
Getting off this way.
With a more experienced woman.
I hate you all.
How
A
did
more
that
experienced
happen?
dwarf, others would say.
All the weird shit's happening to Xerxes.
Yeah.
Turn to a wolf. Date with a weird
Yeah,
shop owner.
exactly. What happened to the wolf thing?
I'm fine.
Yeah, he's sort of cured, probably, maybe.
It worked.
Technically, she knows. It's just, Alex doesn't.
She was actually not there. She was taking care of the kid.
I'm here.
Yes, Timothy was in your care.
Huh.
Can you imagine if they didn't want to bring a kid where a werewolf could be?
No, I can't imagine.
Well,
I
it's
don't
just-
understand why that would be an issue.
We would have had multiple days to have told her. Like.
He did have multiple days. So in brevity, he conquered the will to change the first night, but full moon's last 2 nights makes it fun. And on the second night, he started transforming. Everyone was about to go ballistics and kill him or stop him. And then some arcane magic happened. Some black liquid drained from his chest, and he's transformed back.
Yeah, he was about to die thanks to our spells, so.
I was with the guy from the spells. You guys were on me and I would have died.
Oh yeah, true, the net with silver thread in it.
That's
Oh shit, I just realized I didn't bring my notebook with me.
Oh, yeah.
Second, I was another turn away from just dropping.
Damn.
I'll send you a picture of all the pages.
Yeah.
So after you
Okay.
heard about the Xerxes' little date and everything like that, little Timmy giggles, and the woman kind of speaks up and goes, "What do you mean he was a werewolf?"
And then you don't need was the key term in that sentence.
You don't was a werewolf at all. You always are. Right?
No.
Whatever. I'm too drunk for this shit. And she takes another swig out of her bottle and continues piloting across the reservoir.
Silver, is this normal for Taylor?
Oh yeah, no, this is totally normal. Don't worry about it.
This is why.
Why do we still have the kid with us?
Because we have nowhere to put him. Somebody adopted from our group.
Wait. Who?
The kid is now our party's companion. He's not going anywhere.
Yeah. We're stuck with him until death do us part, one way or the other.
Okay.
The next day coming and going, and not much changing other than you guys slowly starting to enter the mouth
Right.
of the river.
I should be clear. Sailors willing to do this kind of shit. This is normal behavior.
Yes. That would be much more accurate.
That's it, Alexia. The only other one was a drawing that you did of the map.
Yeah, no.
Well, I left that one out.
Should have notes on the gods and stuff on there.
Yeah, you do.
Okay, so since we have Timothy, can I at least try to teach him some self-defense or whatnot in the time I'm babysitting him?
I did that already.
We
Yeah,
got,
I told him how to fight with a rapier.
and I've been handing him in fights magic stones for him chucking things.
That's also good. I want to teach him some range stuff so he can stay away from the fights.
We're in a dinghy. Stop bringing
Yeah.
up the stuff.
Well, he can try to shoot at fishes.
I can put the boat on a penetrative floating disc. It weighs less than 500 pounds. Go on a floating disc.
You guys are still sailing, and it's miserable. I gotta say, it is still chilly, about 4.5 to 14 degrees Celsius, so still within like that 40 to 60s range. And it's just a rainfall. For the last day and a half, it's been scattered rain showers, and you guys been hit with the brunch, and everyone's basically soaked with no real way of getting dry.
This is normal.
And
Yeah.
yeah. So roll me a D8 though.
I got it. Hey.
That was close.
Aside, you guys start hearing this crunch as this giant, and it is almost the size of one of the younger trees, about 8 to 9 feet, or about 10 to 12 feet tall, is on the side of the shore running up along the rocky beaches there. You can see it kind of huffing and puffing with its breath on the right hand shore. You guys are far enough away, it's about 200-300 feet away. In the mouth
Is
of
it
the
basically
river.
following our ship along parallel or what?
It's running ahead as you watch as 3 others, about 9 feet as well, and 2-headed giants start rushing it down with clubs and weapons, and that's when you notice it's been injured.
Giants.
Welcome to Wild
Quite
Country.
far away.
That is quite far away. Can I tell the thingy to bring us closer to the shore?
Chris, how far is it?
About 300 feet, give or take.
300 feet.
This is what one would call not our problem.
But I can hit it.
I'm checking.
You want to hit the wounded one to gain favor with the others, or you want to try to save the wounded one to gain favor with the wounded one?
I don't care. I have a way to hit it.
It's
Decide whatever you want to get hit. I can do it.
the giants.
Whatever it's
They're all giants.
What I want is for us to go unnoticed.
I can do that. Right.
Can you hit them unnoticed?
Nope. Well, yes. Yes to us, but whatever is good. But Copper will be seen. So,
I'm gonna save it.
okay, we'll save it. What?
There we go. I did it.
Good what?
Tell the shipmate to go closer to shore.
Yep, you go closer. Okay. I'm jumping out for you though.
That's
she
fine.
starts to veer the ship closer, and starts getting closer and closer to shore before you guys are eventually let off. I'll say for easy sake that the giant is running towards you, and you guys kind of got in front of the edges. They kind of he kind of doubled back, just trying to lose them, but still they're right on his tail. And I have to generate the battle map.
That's fine.
Let me
That's good.
Wait, so I was.
You were what?
I don't know, just checking out.
This is
stuff.
this is the exact opposite of not being noticed.
Oh, you can click on yourself and give yourself a long rest, by the way, because I think some of your stuff has been used up.
Yes, definitely. I think I might have won this with her, but
Okay.
So we don't know why Xerxes ended up not transforming in the end.
But we do.
Oh, we do.
Yeah. I went to a.
that's a thing.
Yeah, I had some NPC wizard do something.
Nothing.
other Edmonds chasing the one thing?
Two.
Two. Alright. For other brevity, he was gonna be like, I'll stay with the kid, yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want to be a burden.
No, a kid needs experience. No, I get it.
I'm betting he just wants to like drink some more alcohol.
No, that was Usyk. His brain just wants to eat some more mushrooms.
Yeah.
If Nieta doesn't like sailing, her stomach is upset.
We just discussed, by the way, Adriana, Agneta is maybe not alive anymore and just animated by mushrooms.
Rob, I was literally there for that.
Oh, I thought you weren't there yet. Sorry.
Okay there, bud.
Yeah, I'm fine. Just a bit tired.
Yep.
What? That's just stupid. Alright, let me refresh. I dragged out an Etten and just left the little like thing for Etten and just like didn't drag out the Etten. So it's just locked on my screen like it still exists. And
It exists.
there we go. Transform that back. So I forgot to come back from intermission on the other screen.
Do you guys think Ettins are really smart?
Probably not.
I don't know.
I wouldn't know.
I wonder if they have good intelligence saving throws.
No.
I don't believe they do, no. Giants tend not to have very good intelligence saves.
Oh, is that the issue with you?
Ouch.
As you guys kind of approach the shore where these like tributary streams, very shallow, maybe only like 6 feet deep in the middle. You guys are on one side as the hill giant stomps across and kind of looks at you, goes, oh, it seems hard, bleeding from several places as the Ettins kind of started crossing into the stream, stomping their feet.
Well, I appreciate the effort that you put into role-playing it. Can you say it normally? Because the internet was not very...
He just starts to pant heavily.
Oh, okay.
You can kind of,
Okay.
yeah.
Ooh, he's larger than the other ones.
He is
But can I-
definitely larger.
Can I read his surface thoughts? Like, run. Yeah, okay. So I can understand. I just want to know if I can understand it.
Where am I?
That is a very good question because you are not on the. There you go.
Rose is gone. Rest in peace, Rose.
Right. So,
The giant kind of yells out in almost this odd language, it's more guttural, using his larger diaphragm to make slower words. Rebels, you understand him because he's asking if you're here to help as he kind of looks at you.
I shoot an Etten.
I reply back in I assume it's like over the language he's speaking. I go, what do you need help with? I'm always I can possibly me and my companions here can possibly help.
He looks across the river as these people are trying forward. He goes, hunters prey, and he points to himself.
Oh,
And
guys, these people across the river are trying to hunt down our large friend here.
really, I wouldn't have guessed that.
It's almost like why we pulled over.
this was fishing, guys. Give him a break. whatever it's called. Why,
Initiative.
Ettins?
The thing.
Why are we doing tiebreakers? I thought I got rid of tiebreakers on you.
Oh, damn it. 7.
Did it roll or not for me? Like I clicked it, but I didn't.
There it is. Natural 20 for you.
But I clicked on my token. Why did it not? Jesus Christ.
If you click your token and then roll it again and just change it to 24 in the thing.
Yeah, I don't know why I can't select my token. That's why I didn't do it.
You can't select your own token.
Wait, no, wait. I think I've got it.
Oh, were you maybe on this thing?
Yeah. That's why it didn't work.
The ruler, that's it.
Wait, did it roll it now? It
I
didn't.
just put it in your. Don't worry about it.
Hey.
Kind of already realizing why you're here, Adriana. You get the first go.
Yay.
What about what we already did?
Yeah. We already did that.
Did what?
Should I roll?
I wasn't waiting for Revos to have a conversation. I already shot him
Yeah,
at him.
me neither. I already shot.
That's why you two are the first ones in the turn order.
Okay.
No surprise around front.
I would say go ahead and roll now. Choose who you're shooting and roll your attack, Adriana.
Well, I'm of course gonna shoot the foremost one.
Let me not do that.
This one. It takes a little longer because I'm on a tiny laptop one. Choo, and yeah, I'll just shoot a flash.
Almost.
Almost.
17 doesn't hit?
They do hit. I'm just wondering why it's not. Okay. Yeah, you needed a success. Both actually hit as you shoot both bolts into him, flooding in for 8 total damage.
Minimum.
Yes, minimum both times. With your action and bonus action, did you want to move?
Oh yeah, true. I probably do want to move. I want to move. 1, 2. Yeah, let's move to here. So I have a better shot at them. Yep, that's it for now.
Silver, what are we up to?
I'm going to hex the one that's been hurt already
Okay.
and do Eldritch Blast on the same one. So let's see if I hit it. I don't hit it.
I was gonna look at what your first roll was.
Oh.
I think.
Well, first roll was 11.
Yeah, the 7 does not hit.
But
I
then,
was gonna say if you got a really good one, then yeah.
but then I can miss and try again, right? I meant to do that?
You just target someone else. You get a ricochet.
Huh?
Oh, sweet. Oh, wow.
Alexia, just said bye to your dad.
Oh, yeah. Bye.
He's already gone.
Silver, as you kind
said
of
it for you.
pathetically miss the Etten, and I mean like you hit the rocks behind it, it bounces off and careens into the back of the head over here. It kind of
So
looks
cool.
behind him. What? Your crit should be
Yeah, I can't change my crit the way you got it.
so he takes 22 damage
Cool.
from your crit because your die should be an automatic 10.
Pew.
He kind of looks, one of the heads kind of looks behind, rubbing the back of his head like, oh, what? Was it to be? And then, they'll continue onward. Did you want to move at all?
No, but Gift is gonna fly over there, and now I'm done.
Okay. They got He'll move up his 40 feet.
Oh, and his strength is hexed.
Okay, so strength on him. As this giant will go ahead and go over, as he's a little bit exhausted, and will pick up a rock to throw. Now that he's kind of got a little bit away, he can actually do something. He will throw himself a big old rock at the first one he sees. Striking for 26 bludgeoning as the Etin takes it into the chest and just kind of like, continues to push on past. And all the Etins, like a nice good chunk of a party, are all moving together, which is very nice. So these two together, because I don't think they can't do much, we'll go ahead and move 40 feet. Revos.
Yes. Alright, let's see. What do we got here? How do I do
You've
the,
got-
I know I ask this every fucking week, but how do I do the ruler thing again? Oh, I
Just do normal, and then once you're there, right click, and then you can drag the next bit.
Alright,
Yeah, if you want to move your token, you can grab the token so it's lifted up like you're holding it, and then right click.
Gotcha. I will. Is that shallow water or is that like actual deep water?
You get 6 feet deep in like the deeper parts, but otherwise it's only a foot or two.
Alright, so it's like just waiting if I'm just like on the shoreline.
Yeah. For you, it's not that bad. For like smaller people, like the dwarves, it's kind of waist deep.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure it wasn't like difficult terrain or something like that. Alright, I'm going to move to the edge of the water here. And like I'll tell everybody to stand behind me as I pop rage.
Alright. Angry.
How much range do you have on your force spear?
Oh yeah, that's true. I can. I forgot that I have that ranged attack on it. It doesn't count. Well, actually, hold on. This range only applies to melee, but dealing damage still keeps range going.
Because you only moved once, there's no reason not to shoot them if you can.
Yeah. I'll use my. Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. So I still use all my strength stuff for making the range attack, though, right?
Correct.
All right.
That was the special property of this spear.
Yeah. Reckless attack, I think, only applies to melee, so this is just going to be a regular attack.
No, it's just any attack.
Oh, okay. I already said I wasn't using reckless, so.
Alright, so you hit for a total of 13 force damage, which doesn't seem to. It still strikes into him and kind of like stumbles a little bit, but he easily regains his balance and just looks at you angrily.
Angrily. Yeah.
Yes.
Anger.
That's just his surface thoughts. He is now anger. Yeah. Alright, after your turn, Ravos, Zerthus.
I don't want to do much, so Zerthus is just going to take a step and flick his wrist at the first one, saying some words. I need the first one to make me an intelligence saving throw as I cast a cautious mind.
That is a strong 8.
Okay, so he takes a 17 psychic damage, and on his next turn, he gets to choose between moving, action, or bonus action, and he gets no reaction until my next turn.
Nice.
He takes 17 psychic damage.
He took the 17, which, it dozed him a little bit, but he kind of just shakes it off. Having 2 different heads really doesn't put him too much of a damper. Lysander.
I move up. See. Yeah, I'll go over there.
Where's my lightning bolt or fire?
Actually, because I want to cast. What's it called again? I keep forgetting my magic. Twilight Sanctuary. So that's still an aura around me. 30 feet. Safe.
Okay.
I'll do it like this so that silver's also in it. And let me see. I want to bonus spell cast Spiritual Weapon.
You can do
First
that
one
out
here.
to 60 feet, yeah. So that hits. Doing 10% of his health.
There we go. Spiritual Weapon.
Okay. Is Twilight Sanctuary a bonus action, or is it just a free action?
That's a full action. Spiritual Weapon is a bonus action.
Makes sense. Okay. After that, we go to round 2.
And I roll a 1d6 for myself plus my wisdom or clerical? I mean clerical, so 7. Get 7 bonus damage.
Why are they so far away? This one was the one that got ricocheted in the back. Was it this one?
This one.
This one got ricocheted in the back.
Mm-hmm.
Damn it. So this one was not behind it back there.
No, the one with the little...
That's when you shot.
Yeah, that's...
Oh, it was because like one was in the front and 2 were like in the back, right?
The one with the skull and crossbones is...
They all were 40 feet up. So he's one of the ones in the back. He was the one you shot.
You shot the one in the front.
I shot the one in the front. But like the ricochet from thingy, I wanna like know which one was the one that got not hit by it but was in the back.
The one that was not hit by the ricochet was this one. And then this one.
They were just down to immediate.
The one that's hexed, the one that has the skull and crossbones, is the one I was aiming for. But I was totally, just aiming for the one that I hit, because ricochet.
Oh, so you were aiming for this one, but it ricocheted to that one. Great. Okay, great. That's all I needed to know. Because he got hit by a ricochet. That's the thing. So I'm gonna try something which probably might not work, but who knows?
They've all been hit.
Yeah. So I gotta move. Wait, was that 30 feet now or not? No, I can't go further. Oh god, I gotta go up front. I'm so scared.
I was gonna say, do you really want to stand up front?
I need to, otherwise I'm not in range for this one.
Oh god. There's range. I don't know what you're trying to do, but there are range increments. So if you're shooting with your crossbow, you can still do it.
No. I wanna use a spell.
Okay, well then you're gonna have to, yeah. And yeah. Okay.
I wanna use suggestion. On the one that got hit by the ricochet. Oh shit, I'm not close enough.
This one, wait, wasn't this one the one that got hit by the ricochet? Because it has the skull and crossbones?
Yeah, it was this one. He tried to hit that one.
No, that one has the skull because it was the original target that I missed.
Gotcha.
Yeah, I'm not close enough.
What do you want to suggest to it?
No, I can't reach him. He's so far, isn't he?
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's literally 5 feet apart.
You can target this one or the one in front of you.
And if you do the one in front, you can move more backwards.
I can move more backwards if I do the one in front. Damn it. I wanted to convince the other one that he got hit by his ally, and I wanted to convince him to attack his ally. That's not gonna work. I can. Did he notice the? He didn't notice the ricochet, probably, right? Well, I can always just tell you. Yeah. Two
You
heads,
can
yeah.
see the two heads have actually doubled the perception.
But they have double the perception. And that might work against me. Okay, so I'm gonna try to suggest to him. Wait, I have to say it in like 2 sentences or something. Your ally just, your friend just attacked your other friend. Well, what's going on there? Shouldn't you like clomp him over the head? This is not gonna work.
He has to make a wisdom save.
Three Stooges thing going on.
They do get advantage on things that would charm them, and this is one of the things that does charm him. He rolled a strong 9, and then he rolled a strong 2. He kind of looks at you, turns back, goes, "Yeah, what's going on?"
I'm not that smart.
Can't believe that word. Especially with my wording. Oh. I'm tired from an entire day. Yeah, then that was an action. I still have a bonus action, right?
Yep. What do I?
Oh shit! I should also note down which spells are bonus actions. It would be so much easier. Well, then as a bonus action, let me go to my core. I guess I give bardic inspiration to Rolus.
Don't forget to roll a d6 at the end of your turn.
Yep.
If that's it, Sildor.
You add 8 health.
Oh.
Okay, Gift is gonna
Because we
move over
constantly
here.
forgot the fact that you add my cleric level to it.
I'm gonna move over here. I'm gonna shoot the one that's hexed and actually hit it this time,
Yeah, you hit it.
which means it'll take
5 damage.
the hex damage too.
Another 2 radiant. Alright, this one's just be like, don't be dumb. Reach over there. And then he'll go up in front of Rebos. And we'll
As
take.
he enters my range, I will take my opportunity attack for Hold On Master.
Natural 1 does not hit. He will step in. And he holds up a battle axe and a morning star and takes both swings at you. 1 for 17, 1 for 25. So in total, you take 20 damage, reduced down to 10. And that will end his turn. And this one will go, little Rams, help, I help. And you'll stand over top of all of you. And we'll bring down a fist on them. Are gripping one that...
He's big enough to do it. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. Gripping one of his rocks, he will try just to smash over one of the heads. And does so. Then he will take the second turn to go ahead and try to grab one of the Etton's weapons. I think that does it, since the Etton rolled a natural 1. I want to go whisper toggle on this. And no dex to tiebreakers. Yeah, there you go. So this guy will become grappled. And I'll just say that he gets one less attack. These get to move up their 40 feet, unable to really reach Adriana. And this one will step up, convinced that those two are fighting. He will go ahead and also grapple.
Which one did I hit that one? He can't.
This one?
Yeah, he failed the save, so he gets to choose between moving, attacking, or bonus action.
Then, and that's about it. I think. Hold on, let's put him back. There we go. Rebus.
Yes. Yes, it is on me. I
A
will.
giant stands over top of you, gripping the etit in front of you, one of his weapon hands.
This one is now grappled.
Cool. If he's grappled, what's status? Forgive me, I just status effects I've never.
As grappled goes, he can't run away, so he's just kind of stuck there. But he can still
he get-
attack.
Does he
there's
get
no
a
advantage
reduced
against it.
AC?
No,
That's correct.
that's restraining.
Right.
But while he is being grappled, I'm going to actually use my reach to hit that one in front of Adriana.
Okay.
And I'll hit that with my blade. We are going to go with reckless attack.
That will hit for 11.
Alright, we'll do the follow-up pole arm master.
Against the same one,
Yes, against the same one.
you are one short of hitting them.
Damn. Oh, that's my turn.
Alright. Zerthus.
Why is everybody grouping up? Bad idea.
Because we don't want you to cast Flaming Orb.
I'm gonna get the point where I'm going lightning bolt or fireball. I'm gonna say F, shoot you.
I mean, you could do it in the back here, and then just hit those two.
I cast chromatic orb at this one.
The orb is you can change the type, right?
Yes.
Which damage type?
Force. Use force.
I can't do force with chromatic
Oh.
Use the force.
Which one?
acid.
Okay, roll for damage, or roll to attack and do all that other stuff. 10 will hit for 17 acid damage, which does dissolve into the skin and flesh of it as it kind of cries out, but, you know, it's about what you would expect. Alright, and then anything comfort doing?
Sure, why not?
The 6 does not hit.
Alright.
Alright. Lysander. Lysander.
Roll.
Lysander
Is his internet on?
might be.
I mean, it's about
I'm sorry, I accidentally pressed the mute button.
with your butt.
Well, my leg.
Okay.
So quick question, is this guy now flanked because of the big guy?
It was not a second big guy. The giant is now flanked either. There's no flanking going on.
Okay. think I'm just gonna hit the guy next to me. Can I roll a check before to see what they are and if they're like sensitive to anything?
Yeah, roll a check.
Nature or what?
Nature.
17.
Ogren and giant folk tend to be, their bodies are large, but their internal bodies are kind of susceptible to poison or the such. They are very immune to thunder and resistance to cold and fire because they're just, very meaty.
Mm-hmm.
So most Ogrims share that kind of layout. The one thing that makes giants really renowned is that they are big health pools. It takes a lot to bring down a giant.
Right.
People often talk about it's a literal river of blood when a giant dies.
This river is gonna look red. Okay.
You read my mind.
I'm actually thinking about healing the big guy. No, I'm gonna cast Moonbeam.
Which one was that?
On spell token. What? Oh, sorry. Here.
One will pass and only take the 6. But
There we go.
the other one will fail, taking the 12.
Cool. And then I move this one up here and hit the big guy next to it.
Okay. For 11 more damage. Works out just fine.
Nice.
Next, we go back to Adriana, who is now almost surrounded by giants. Or literally surrounded by giants.
Adriana sees what Lysana just did, and she lets out a little squeak and jumps back and runs behind the stone here.
Are you disengaging?
Yes, I'm disengaging.
Okay.
What else can I do?
Yeah,
What is
bonus
that?
action.
Yeah, conversation. What is that? Why do I have this thingy on my icon?
The chalice is your concentration. You can see it in chat.
Okay. 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 Okay, I have a bonus action, so I guess I can shoot a crossbow. Oh well, I'm too startled by what happened. It's just not working out.
Yeah, seeing the moonbeam and considering what it can do, you took a nice leap backwards to get to safety. But you fire with your offhand crossbow, it just flew wide.
Yeah.
It went up over the trees, and for certain that crossbow's full.
Yeah, that crossbow bolt is unretrievable.
Unless you want to search for it. But we'll go after to Sildor.
I'm gonna
Don't
try.
forget the D6s.
Gonna try out my new toy. I hit this dude with the thing, and he's restrained.
Sildor throws out this little ball of metal. It flies open to this chain net wrapping around this Etten and perfectly restraining him since I'm assuming even with
It says huge and smaller.
It does not get 2 natural 20s. Doesn't get a save against it.
It doesn't. It gets a save on its turn. It doesn't get a save when I throw it.
Okay. Well, just to already roll it. His 10 and 7. Yeah, he gets fully restrained now.
But it's technically classified throwing it as an attack, which means hex goes off. Technically, because the wording says an attack.
Yeah, I'll give it to you. We'll worry about it some other day. So he'll take the 5 radiance as well.
And he's now restrained, and Gift is going to move over here, and that's it.
Alright. Given his turn, he will try to. Oh, I guess I didn't do the restraint condition right.
So now Revos has advantage.
Being restrained, hexed, and still one of his hands grappled.
Oh, that's right. He has disadvantage because he's hexed because of strength.
Yeah. He tries to wriggle out, but I rolled a 10 and 7, so his turn was just to roll out. With this one grapple, Grump will just grab the rock in 2 hands. We'll just smash him over the head.
Bash him, put him in the stew.
As kind of goes limp. It kind of stops moving, but the other one's still struggling. This one will move up. And we'll take 2 attacks against Beefy Guy. Both of which will hit for 19 damage. And then this one, though, being hit by attempted to be scratched, burned, and other things, will go, "We will discuss your treachery later." He's pointing to this one who has gone half limp. And he will throw one of his morning stars down onto Copper.
Copper's alive still, bitches.
That was very, very lucky.
He's dead. He's mine. Nobody kill him. I'm doing this.
The other turns and says, "Let's get it," and he will throw his morning star down on him.
I'm gonna kill him. This is the guy.
Close.
Did he not grab the bonus health?
No, that wouldn't have helped.
What? It can add up to 10 bonus health.
This guy who seems to be moving slightly away from me, I'm going to go take a pop shot off on him. Actually, this guy right here, I'm going to take the shot at.
He just hit Copper and like murdered him almost.
Kill him.
Yeah, definitely take a shot at him. Reckless attack.
22 will definitely hit for 12 damage.
We'll follow up with Full Lord Master.
Still hits for another 12 damage. Very consistent.
Very nice. What's the turn?
Lucas.
For my orb, poison.
Okay. We told that they were weak to poison.
Nope, I'm gonna put the list this point and poison the next on the list.
Okay, let's go for it. 17 will hit.
I should have shouted that out loud.
It's dead.
19 damage doubled is 38. Do you want to know what his health is at?
Is it alive still?
Yes.
Is it 1?
2.
Alright. Bonus action.
Section what?
I'm throwing a dagger at it with my bonus action.
Alright, roll to hit with your dagger. No, 7 does not hit. Your dagger flops into the water.
Magical.
Right next to Copper.
Copper's gone. Copper's
No, he's not yet. He's just downed.
Nope.
Did he disappear? Was he?
Copper is weirdly, Copper is just laying there.
Okay, then. I'm killing you. It's dying.
Wait, what?
Somebody kill it before I get going.
I move this up to here. Hit it with my spiritual weapon.
That is definitely enough to deal more damage, and it will crumple down.
And I move over to Copper and heal it.
Well, I can fix it.
So calling it.
It's an animal. It's an it.
He flops this way.
For 11
Lucky.
maximum healing.
So healing.
And oh, I have 10 bonus health. Very nice.
Okay. With that being done, Adriana.
Okay, so since, but actually we don't need that anymore since once is already dead. It would be.
I'm fairly certain this one is unconscious.
It is restrained,
Oh, okay.
which means you
One
have
is
advantage.
already dead.
Over.
Yeah, one's. Well, one is dead, so it's no. Don't need to use that anymore. I'm gonna. Oh, what nasty? Did we encounter any poisonous beasts that are in the bestiary?
No, and by this time I would have shouted out that they're weak to poison. Sorry.
No, you didn't.
I did on my turn, but still. Yeah.
I'm just trying to think of because I want to use phantasmal force. Like I rip off a piece of my clothing, of the fleece, and I want to use phantasmal force on this one. I just haven't come up with what. Yeah, I'm gonna make it seem as if husband's mushrooms are sprouting all over it and releasing nasty spores.
Okay.
Mushroom.
He will take the 1 psychic damage to see like. Starts like freaking out because mushrooms growing out of the skin is not a pleasant thing to see.
It is not. Yeah, so now like each round it can turn like 1d6, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. And I still have a bonus action, so I'm gonna shoot it with my crossbow. Oh wait, I wanted to add psychic blades.
Just roll it again, the damage. Like just re-roll it, and I'll take the 8 plus your psychic blades. Alright, so you rolled 8 anyway, so 17 in total.
Almost the exact same.
Yeah. I thought I'd make it easy for you. Aren't I nice?
You are. After that, Sildor, you're up.
So restrained creatures automatically fail dex saves. So Sacred Flame.
That's right. I forgot. He was also in whatever it is. He automatically fails, taking 12 plus an additional 1.
And Copper gets 2 health.
Alright. Copper is healed 2 more health. This one will attempt to squirt out of the thing. With disadvantage, it's a 16.
Nope.
Yep. So that was his turn. He kind of looks up. You can hear him speaking in Ogre, but only Revelos hears as he looks up to the other giant and says, "Oh, please, I got," and then right to the face. In which case, the giant releasing the body will look over to the other one, ready to smash his face in. Who will go ahead and start running. Rivers. As he runs out of your range without disengaging, you can go ahead and make an attack.
Brilliant.
Where is he running?
13 will hit for 18 damage, and the Hill Giant will add on another 21.
Hell, you're far away.
Oh wow, you run fast.
Yeah, fast
He
and
dashed
far.
80 feet.
Okay,
Levos.
I guess that's it then.
Just so reach him.
I believe everyone's outside your range, Revos.
I'm gonna shoot him with my crossbow.
I can still shoot him as well.
He's not moving that well.
Let's see. It's lights for.
I will get him.
The Etin that was below you did a mad dash of 80 feet
For the left.
across the deeper river.
I'm trying to see here. Hold on, did I write it down?
Yes, you can still hit it as well, Max.
Unfortunately, I don't think I took down the range of that cleave.
It's not 60 feet.
20. 25.
Nice. Okay. Well, I mean, obviously I was going to run, but let me see here. I could probably hit him. If I go there.
Dashing across the deeper water does start to sink down about 60 feet, so you don't get that far.
Alright.
About 60 feet, 6 feet, so you can get up to around here.
Okay, so there's no way I'm gonna actually.
Yeah, it does look deep as he kind of plowed through it because he's just tall and strong.
No intent to fight.
Yep.
I hold my action, preparing for any more hostiles to come.
Zerkus.
Dramatic orb. Okay.
Okay.
Poison!
11 does hit.
Four.
16. Lysander.
Second level. Guiding bolt. Go. Natural 20.
Okay, so you did 15 plus 24 is 39. 39 plus
Jesus.
5 is 43.
How
No,
do you
44.
do it?
Oh shit, I actually got it.
He had 45 health. No, I think
He has 1 health left then.
the critical strike, it doesn't max out with spells.
Does
It only
what?
maxes out. No, it only maxes out with normal weapon attacks. But I'll give it to you anyway. We'll
Oh,
look
okay.
at it another time. Because otherwise, like someone does fireball or the equivalent and makes an attack roll, and it becomes really stupid damage.
Yeah, plus they have advantage on it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I think my guiding bolt. Let me see the spell description for it actually. Okay, so the guiding bolt shoots towards I think it's an enemy. Yeah, and just leaves a small hole where their heart is, just burning straight through. Killing it instantly.
So it strikes. You still see the Etin take at least 3 or 4 more steps. You're like, is it literally still alive? As it just kind of careens into a tree, and you kind of just see it like the legs are moving because it's such a big creature that the momentum carried forth, and like it was still all running on automatic running, but yeah, it just careens into a tree and just kind of, as it's running, just kind of bumps and falls, and then eventually like hits the ground and slides, making a divot in it as it just starts to soak in with blood. And that is the big one's turn. With the enemies gone, the one that is weak will just kind of plop on the side of the river, panting with big breaths as he starts to wash his wounds.
I'm gonna go get my ball back.
I want to inspect the big guys.
Is he taking a short rest? The big
He
guy?
is patching up his wounds and stuff like that to roll one of his hit dice to do that, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna take out my flute and play him a little tune.
I cast Cure Wounds on him. For another 11. Yeah.
And then he will kind of look to Revelus and go, "Well, thank you."
14 to Ravos.
You're okay.
Say it.
What did you say, Silver?
I said 14 to Ravos.
Oh, 14 for us.
We have 3 fucking healers. 4, almost.
This is quite different than the previous campaign.
If you want, Grunklin will share food. Grunk will make sure of it.
I don't think we need any extra food, bro. But we're just happy to help. Let me ask my friends if they need anything. I kind of turn to everyone in common and say, hey, he's really thankful. He's offering us some food. Does anybody want anything?
I don't know about food, but if he knows about the Warfare Stone, more accurate, where it'd be.
Yeah, that would be great.
Special rock. I don't know what they might call it.
Me and I turn back to Grung and I say over. Me and my friend looking for a big special rock. And I say sometimes small people call it Wayfair Stone.
Can I draw it on something?
He kind of like scratches at his head as he thinks. Big rock?
Big pretty rock, maybe.
Big pretty rock. Ooh, out west, big pretty rocks. Many. Really tall, taller than Grunk. By
Does he mean the mountains?
at least a lot.
I turned to Lysa and I said, I think he's referring to mountains, yes.
Yes, I think so as well.
I don't think this guy really, knows, doesn't really know where it may be. He may not realize what we're talking about.
It's worth a shot.
Why were they hunting you?
Oh man, Lysa, I turned to her. Why were they hunting you?
Smash Claw clan, not like Grunk clan.
Ah, so this is a clan dispute.
Little giants many dumb. Grunk clan very smart. Has all food. Their clan starving.
I can see that.
What did you eat, Grunk?
Yeah, Grunk will tell me.
He doesn't understand you. He's speaking in giant.
Okay. Oh wait,
I can't speak giant.
Trying to think, does anybody want me to translate anything or ask for anything else?
I'm completely checked out of this conversation. Full of
Do you guys want to check out his tribe? Maybe we can get some help there.
That might help. I also want to draw one of the Wayfarer stones because they all look the same on something. But we might have to do that at their clan.
I mean, there's a bunch of dirt and I'm sure there's sticks around.
True.
a Wayfarer stone looks like. At least,
Well,
what stones did you
Lysander has already seen at least one Wayfarer stone.
Architects.
What do you mean, architects? He called them architects. That's interesting. That's a noteworthy.
Where are my notes?
Why do you call them architects, Ron?
They architects.
The stones or the ones that created it?
The stones were the people who put the stones there.
I was a little confused, like, you don't know what they are?
No.
Okay, well, was everyone know architects.
Well, we aren't as wise as the people of Brooks' clan. So we would like to know more about the architects. Is there people in your village that could teach us? Share
Adriana
their sports?
shows you a thumbs up for that smooth charisma talk.
That, your stone thingies. There one near reservoir. Bundle no cook, methinks.
No cook. Alright, guys, we're looking for a reservoir, so it should be up and down along the river.
We just came from the Cobalt Reservoir.
No, not Elf Lake. The human reservoir, far north.
The sea? The bay?
Many know about it.
Oh, wow. The Balnock Reservoir? It's far.
They're very prominent.
Any closer?
Means sees horses in the Olympians head cross river, go west.
I think it's pretty much safe to say at this point I'm acting as a translator for everybody.
Oh, I can understand, but I can't talk to them.
And travelers like big rocks, gold stones.
Yeah.
That would. Where did moon go?
So wait, there were travelers 3 moons ago that came by went to the Wayfarer Stones.
How
That
did
might
they
be
look?
the thing that Bjorn's son is at.
Yeah, how did those travelers look? Can you ask him?
I mean, we have a Hesbjorn. Can we just point at him and say a better looking version of that?
I still like you to try to explain to a giant.
Right, yeah, what would you like me to ask him?
How did those travelers look and how many were there?
I know they seem very small, but did you see any how did they look? Did they wear certain types of clothes? Did they look very fancy? Did they look very dirty? Did they look like elves or humans?
He kind of like motions to Lysander and Sildor and goes, many like them, no pointies.
No. How many?
Oh, score.
Four.
Any dwarf? Any smaller?
Are those people we looking for, or
I would have
For very far away for Gronk to see. No, like giants, they very afraid.
humans tend to be very violent when they are themselves afraid.
most humans nice.
Oh. But these humans are mean.
Me had a cousin live over near mountains. Humans nice.
Gronk is nice too.
Grunk is nice. Be happy we found Grunk.
Thank you. Well, if you find any human, bring to Krunk. Haven't had one in a while.
Ah, okay.
Does Adriana agree?
Yes.
I'll try not to kill these folk.
Anybody have any parting words or questions for Grunk?
Is he going to eat that? He points over to Copper.
That is our friend. We will take care of him. Sorry.
You eat
He's
friends.
emergency ration.
No, we.
I can understand you, Adriana.
I know this God understands me, but I can still say it.
Man, the parties just taking off on their days until there's a pill.
Hey, I've been healing your little thing.
Yes, Silver's fine. Everybody else says.
You still taking ship?
Yes.
Is there a faster way than the ship?
Grump, just walk.
Is Gronk walks faster than the ship, right?
Yeah. He definitely ran faster than the ship.
Can Gronk carry us?
That's a lot of weight.
That is a lot of weight.
It's a big guy.
Rebels, how do you propose it?
Maybe some
Rebels
of this
says,
clan.
my companions are curious to know if Grunk is as strong as he looks. They want to know if Grunk can carry all of us at the same time to bring us to and bring us to places where
Wayfair.
humans are. To Architect. Instead of ship.
Architect North or other one?
Closer.
Apparently there's multiple ones, guys.
Great. The closest.
Whichever is the closest.
Whichever is the closest.
There one near between Passage from Mountain. There's one in Elfie Lands, and there's one up north. I'll bring you toward Passage.
One second, I have to write that down. One passage near. Wait, so you would bring us to the passage near Mountain, one in Elfland, and one up north.
It's not just 4 of us though, or 5 of us. You know, we got Hesbjorn, the freaking donkey, got the kid. Like,
I mean, technically, they could join us back on later. I don't know.
Up to you guys.
What does Gronk think? How strong is he?
I feel like we hired a boat and we should
Well, he
probably.
said he can carry us, so he sounds pretty confident in his ability to do so.
Having little ones good for protections against Croc-Martin. We head towards their location, through their lands.
Oh, yeah, we have to head through the Ethics lands to get there.
Can Grog maybe take like 2 or 3 people from his clan with us?
Yeah, does Grub want to get,
to Tall Mountains.
Say that again?
Then we head not towards Tall Mountains, Tall Hills.
Hold it. Nice.
he points a little bit towards the north, especially to one particular ridge that you can kind of see.
I'm up for it. What do you guys think?
Sounds good to me.
Sounds great to me.
Guess we're sending the boat back. Because she's not gonna wait 2 weeks for us to.
A giant is a way of transportation is way cooler. Also,
Well, it's safer if we're gonna have multiple giants. I'm just saying, are we gonna pay the boat and send it back? Because how much does the boat want for its? We didn't talk about it.
She'll do it for 20 gold, and so long as she gets to say she went all the way to Passmore Falls, and that you will back her up on it.
Yeah, sure.
Fine by me.
Sure.
Great. Good doing business with you.
Oh, do you take 20 from the inventory next?
I was gonna ask, we want to do party funds, or you just want me to pay for it?
Nah, it's 2 party funds. I'll take it off.
All right.
20, so 131 left.
So, with that being said, and with a giant now leading the way, he lets a few people kind of jump up onto his shoulders, but it's a give and go. Do you really want to sit on what is actually a really stinking giant's shoulders the entire way through the forest?
Nope.
I don't care.
Rebos is just like walking along. Like he's no stranger to like striding through rough terrain. I guess.
I'm just gonna stand upwind to the giant
I will
politely.
walk along as well, but mostly just to because I have traveled also far and wide, so I'm very used to walking very far.
Yeah, I'm riding
I mean,
on his shoulders.
I'm no stranger to being on a boat full of people who haven't bathed in like 3 months, but I am gonna stand upwind of the giant, and just head with him.
Actually, for a giant, he doesn't even smell that bad. He just washed out. Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah, take a short rest.
Yeah, you guys are back onto the map. It's basically considered short rests.
And I'm at full power.
As he leads you a little bit ways in, before he says, "Okay, we stop for rest."
Okay.
Using Rebels as the translator, but he kind of goes to Rebels. Well, bring the giants from south up here.
I guess he's talking about me.
Yep.
My people are going through an interesting time. I'm saying all this in Ogre. My people are going through an interesting time. I need to become stronger before I can return. My people live under a tyrant.
You need strength.
I do.
Oh, get
I
strong.
Yes. I need strength, and I hope that I could spend time away from the mountains to find friends that will help me fight. And many people, like he basically says, the new person that leads the small giants in the mountain, her name is Musi, and she is like the Ettins who
What is
want
her
to.
name?
Musi.
Oh, Lucy. That makes more sense. Okay.
I'm saying all this over.
Yeah, I can understand it.
Oh, okay.
Can you actually understand Okra?
I have
Or is that
forgotten
just
that.
comprehend? Oh, okay, that works.
I mean,
And she is like the Ettins. They are very violent because they are very, not
Yes.
friendly. Only people like them should be happy and live on the mountain. She caused pain and death to others because that's what she wants to do, not because they deserve death or pain. ancestors very mad.
Oh, best not to mess with ancestor. Grunk is son of leader of clan. Grunk out here trying to push back at Evans, but Grunk not have Grunk lost sword.
Oh,
That must be a really big sword.
where did? Do you know where you lost sword?
No.
Hmm.
Me
Well,
thinks Etten take.
oh, I don't think Etten would have the dexterity to wield such a mighty weapon of yours.
I don't think they need to
Obviously, won't
carry
be
it.
in good their hands as opposed to yours. If we see your sword, we will make sure we take it from them and return it to you. What does sword look like?
Good, good. Grandfather not like me take.
Hmm.
Might be issue if grandfather angry about sword.
We won't tell anybody about it.
Grandfather not ask anyway. So Grump go back. He kind of like is scratching at his head, like trying to piece it all together, and maybe get other grunts.
Maybe we can get other groups. Make mighty war party. Make Ettins show respect.
Maybe
Maybe.
this is a good idea. Very good idea.
Out of game. I am so confused.
Brianna like pats him on the shoulder where she's still sitting.
It sounds like because maybe out of game, just to kind of clarify if you want to know this in character. Grunk went on a self-proclaimed mission, took his father's sword without permission, and went to go
Okay.
make that
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
that's the part I was missing. I was like, wait, what?
Yeah, sounds about right.
So it might not be good that he goes home yet.
Yeah.
He's thinking maybe he wants to get the sword back first.
Yeah.
Who's taking first watch during the night?
Gift is taking every watch.
Anyone else staying up with the Giants?
I'll take a later watch.
Okay. Zerthus?
Can't see in the dark, so there's no point in me trying to do watches unless we light the fire.
Okay. Adriana?
Who's taking first watch?
I'm not taking any watch, but Gift is going to take every watch because he's a familiar.
I'm gonna. So wait. So is anybody staying up?
Grunk seems to be wanting to stay up.
Okay, I'll accompany him a little bit with my flute, just for a little time.
Okay. And is Revo staying up?
Yep. Rebos will stay up.
So during the as the night kind of goes on, so what with non-giants?
Rebos just kind of tells the story about how he came down from the mountains and followed the river and came across a man who's not with us right now. Wait, is Grandpa with us or is Grandpa? Oh, he's
Grandpa's with you. He's asleep in his tent with Agnieszka.
I found Grandpa and the donkey, and they seemed, despite being old, he is very powerful with mushrooms. And but he's also frail and needed help, so I helped Grandpa along the way. Then we met the others, and we started adventuring together. Like I said, Rebos needed to become strong, so I figured these were good people to help Rebos
Hmm. Let her.
Oh, I don't know what land she's from, but seems to be human of some sort.
What do you mean of some sort?
I listen. I don't know much about these lands beyond the mountains. This is all humans and elves and everything like that. You know these flatlands more than I do.
Yes, we sure should know them. Yes, I do. Yeah, yeah. I'm just a bard. I'm just here to write stories. You can tell him that.
You're relaying information.
Tell stories.
Okay. Oh.
He's really good at telling stories.
Tell Grump a story.
What story does Grump want to hear?
Know anything about the lights in sky?
The lights in sky. Does he mean the
He points.
stars?
He points out. Yes, the campfires amongst the sky.
There's many stories about them. Some say they're the souls of our ancestors, that look down upon us.
Don't think so.
And then I don't know what kind of star pictures they have in this world, but I would tell him like some stories that I learned from my bard master about the different star pictures.
They probably do
that they
like the
have.
bound, you know, like they probably have like bound constellations.
Yeah. So yeah.
Think it's don't think it is ancestor. Each one watching us,
Yes.
each posting little light to guide.
Guide us through the night.
Yeah. Well,
Has-
a couple hours. Oh, go ahead.
Yeah. I just want to know, like, has he heard of the dark gods of the? Oh, I don't have my phone with me right now. Of the what did the witch call them again? Shadows. Like
Well,
I mean,
shadows.
Settlement, Akivar, and Frignor.
Well, she's talking about the bound.
Has he heard of them?
Dark shadows of long faraway lands.
Long faraway lands.
Yeah. Cross elf in short people lands. Cross great waters.
Oh. You heard they're coming here.
No.
Yes.
Yes, we did.
Not allowed. Shadows fight amongst selves. Gods not allow them to be whole. A couple hours kind of pass with idle chit chat before the next. As you guys kind of go to sleep, but who's the next to watch? By Sandra?
Yes, I'll take it.
Hmm? Does anyone stay up with you?
Gift is going to be up constantly. So.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Does anyone? Does it?
I suppose I'll get up.
Well, Gift is watching with you. He's got an 18. You're doing good.
A gift with his vision sees something fluttering up in the air.
Does he tell me?
I mean, he'd land on you. And look
I
at
roll
it.
Perception.
Yep.
24,
with
since I have advantage.
your eyes of the night, you do see two flittering creatures in the air. They look like almost like long snakes with feathery wings. They're flying past each other and almost like intertwining, kind of close to the ground before they shoot up into the sky and almost spiral together. As they
Nature
kind
check.
of, yep. They're called feather tails, and usually, this is a display of courtship.
Mm.
You can see the two of them flit and flutter above, kind of almost dancing intertwined with one another before they just fall towards the ground. And just a couple of feet above the trees before they would hit, they both break off. And eventually, you lose sight of them over the canopy because they got a little close. But you can kind of hear one flitter to a tree, you know, less than 100 paces away.
Do I know if they're aggressive?
They are if threatened.
I'm working right now. They really have other interests.
Lysander and
No, I
Gift
get
were
it.
just peeping on nature. And the poor guy's trying to have
I
a
mean, any entertainment is entertainment, right?
That's
There's a
what she said.
bonding moment.
But with that, let me just give you a little look see at what they are.
Yes.
I think they got enough of a look-see. You just say.
Nice.
Ooh,
Fancy.
Yeah, cute little things. But roll me, throughout the rest of the night, it seems to kind of go a little slow, but you are awake of this. Is there anything you two want to talk about? While the others are asleep.
Yeah, the only person that knows his secrets. Do you think you want to talk?
I will say, I apologize for the net.
It looked like it was the appropriate choice to make at the time.
Unfortunately, it really was. How are you feeling?
Better now after past that.
Do you have any idea what that black ooze was that came out of you?
Probably the curse.
That makes sense.
Yeah. That's what happened the first time. So maybe second time for charm. It's gone.
I hope so.
But we
Do
could.
you think this is something I can check with my goddess's help?
I have no idea. You and your goddess are beyond me.
Weird.
How? I do not understand. But you
Alright.
think we do.
There is one person who's able to talk to a god. Someone got the spell Commune for running through the Temple of Luck.
But
Good, but he's asleep.
we're not gonna wake him up. So, and I don't know that. Or I didn't know that until now.
I completely forgot that I have Noctra's blessing and that it's actually really.
I keep forgetting that Ravos has a spell.
All
Commune.
the stuff they do.
Yes. There's many things you people don't do. No. Okay.
We're going out west to find use your kid and the Waystone, Wayfarer Stone, Magic Rock.
Yes.
Field. Why are we?
They are
The Magic Rock.
they are mighty. Sorry?
Why are we trying to find the Magic Rock in the middle of the field?
We are trying to find the Wayfarer Stone since they hold more significance than we first realized. Given the fact that, although she was a witch, the prophecy that she foretold, I forgot her name, The prophecy held some of the evil gods in this land.
You literally have my notes right there. You can
I know.
I know
I put it away again already.
the more
I got
Oh,
the
well,
notes.
just spitball it. Like I said, they pulled out a piece of paper and said, hey,
Yep, totally does. And
On
it looks like
Victoria.
it's not in your notes.
On Victoria.
I remember I
Oh
had
yeah.
3 of you and being like, evil God, evil God, evil God.
Yeah, that one.
We just like killed the 3 of you and all good. Like,
Yeah, Antiperia, indeed. Thank you.
it wasn't a no.
But the Wayfarer stones seem to have something to do with at least, definitely now also talking to Grog about architects. It seems like they hold a lot more significance than anybody ever thought.
And there's this dude walking around with magic booze that give you weird tattoos that give you abilities.
Oh yeah, I love that guy. Got to meet him at one point.
I want to see what the rest of these do. If one of them made somebody faster, and the other one
Yes.
did something else. What did the other one do? I think Rebel's got the fast one.
I got this. Yeah, he got the fast one. I got the reduce all non-magical damage by 3.
Oh, damn, that's good one.
Yeah, I know, right?
Tank?
It's the minor
Remember
boss.
doesn't get hit.
Yeah, they just don't want to hit me for something.
I mean, you got -3 to non-magic damage. Rebel's got +10 movement speed and half his proficiency for his initiative. And I wonder what Yusuke's gonna get when he drinks magic booze.
More shrooms.
Mushrooms roulette. I wonder what the druid gets.
A clue.
+3 to intelligence.
He'll still be at a negative, but
Yeah.
Hey, that's Brucey, not Yusuke.
Go west to find some, or northwest to find some rock. That's gonna
We are
be-
heading northwest to meet up with the clan. We do not know if the rock is here. He said it was to the west.
Alright, we're going northwest to meet up with the hill giants.
Correct.
Sure.
So this is where we will be heading for now.
As long as it's not east, we're good.
What do you mean with east?
I just don't want to go east.
Any particular reason?
Yes.
Do you care to tell?
good talk.
Not like I have some bad memories from over in that region.
Do you mean across the Waystar Channel or before that?
I'd have to flip the map to figure out what that actually is, but
Basically across the ocean.
no, it's still on this map.
Ah, okay.
And apparently I have to do a date at some point when we get back from the town.
After what?
I have to go on a date.
Oh yeah, you do. Are you looking forward to it?
I don't, it's a mixed bag of feelings at this point. Never done this before.
Interesting.
No
Neither
idea.
have I.
It's not long until the next sun kind of rises. At least you believe so, because it starts to get light out. But the rain is still downpouring for the 3rd day in a row.
One of them-
Intermittent showers. So although you can kind of get somewhat dry overnight, it just as you guys are traveling, it just drenches once more.
Can you put my token on the map as well, so I can long rest?
No. You grab your own token and pull it on the map.
Oh right, I keep forgetting about that.
We will. All I want for someone is to roll me a d20 for survival.
Oh, survival.
And then roll me a d8. What is it? You guys kind of as you guys get up and out, you notice there's birds and stuff flying about and whatnot's going on as you guys start maneuvering more northward. But it's not too long before you come across like a small gully, and as you start to approach, you can hear this snarl come from one of the rocks up above. Hey, we got some fresh meat, but we will stop here for the night because I have to go to dinner.
That sounds good.
Yeah, we're about 4 hours in anyway.
Yeah.
Yes.
We're at 4 hours in anyway.
Not me, but yeah.
Almost exactly 4 hours in. That's timing, man. I'm getting good at this.
Yeah, you're good.
I hope to actually have a damn map next time. So yes. So
And
you
if
can
not,
actually see.
then not.
I know.
Don't stress it.
We'll see what the work week's like.
Yeah.
The ones I want to clear up is that there's no black square.
Fair.
That's a distracting thing for me. But thanks for playing. Send me anything you want to do between times or anything like that.
Will do. Thank you very much.
I've